starting our open ceremonies. We're starting our open ceremonies for the finals here at the Potomac Curling Club. The Julia Childs Curling Bonspiel for the 5 and under. I don't think we're on yet, are we? Oh, there we are. All right. This is pretty exciting to get piped onto the ice and be in the finals. I think we're having a shot of the good stuff here to open the ceremonies. This must be old Scottish tradition. I love the Irish shamrocks on Linda's head.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you all for your participation in the Elizabeth Childs Women's 5 and Under Challenge. You've come from clubs far and near, and we really appreciate you making this a very, very special weekend. We hope you'll come back to Potomac for some of our future events. Thank you to the Rockville High School Pipe Band for their participation in this.
Our toast to good curling and a good spiel and good fun.
Yep. Get the drinks. Okay, let's get curling started.
That's one thing you can count on a curling bonspiel pretty well anywhere you go across Canada or United States is to have a lot of fun.
Good morning.
Hey,
How
Ann.
are you?
I'm great, Ann. How are you?
I'm good.
All right.
I'm here. It's a little windy outside.
Oh, it
Took
sure
me a
is.
little bit to get here.
Oh, sure. And this is Greg Major and Ann Wiggins in the booth. Both of us, I guess, would consider experienced curlers. We've been there and done that.
For a few years, yeah.
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 And my son Ethan Major is on the board here to move the cameras. And
Hey, Ethan.
Hello.
Okay.
I don't know which is the A, B, C, or D. This is the A.
Starting out with our practice slides now.
I don't know which is these
You mean which ones are the which event? Oh, okay. You want to look at the board? Go look at the board. It should. Okay, so hands are being shook. Lots of frivolity out there, excitement to begin the finals. The skips are walking down and getting ready to call their first shots. So Greg has gone over to look at the draw to make sure we've got all the events as they should be. And the first rocks are away on 4 of the sheets. And here he comes with some more information. All righty, now we've got it all set.
All right, let's introduce our teams. They're just starting the lead rocks. And on sheet A, we have the third event final, which is the Jennifer Hill rink from Rochester with vice Lynn Lafort, second Julie Tim, and lead Erica Schubert, I'm sorry. And their opponents are from Plainfield, and that is skip Andrea Adams, Jen Weir, Letitia Young, and lead Jeanette Coburg. And our feature game is on sheet B, and that is the first event final, and that is Team Hall from Schenectady with vice Laura, second Caitlin, and lead Amanda. And their opponents today are from Ardsley, and that is skipped by Lisa Furman, Karen Lucky, Taylor Block, and Iverless Hornack. And on sheet C, we have a ring. Actually, both are. This is a Cape Cod final right here on sheet C. We have Diane Damassa, the skip, Kathleen Gould, vice, Emma Snelling, second, and Deborah Salka is lead. That's one of the Cape Cod teams, and their opponents today from their home club is skip Shay Austin Leary, vice Jeannie Yarch, second is Leslie, and lead is Alexander. And that is for the second event. That's on sheet C is the second event final. And over on sheet D, we have our fourth event final, and that is Ardsley 2, the Ardsley 2 rank, skipped by Sharon Gallegos, Aaron Durba is vice, Barbara Gabbert is second, and Nicole is lead. And their opponents are from Buck County with skip Christy Freeman, vice Kristen Weiss, second Amanda Brockman, and lead is Barb Murphy. So those are the four sheets that we have going, and that is sheet D is the fourth event final.
Okay, and on our featured sheet, just to give you a little update to what you're viewing, is that it looks like Yellow Rocks are doing so far so good, but they are at the back of the house. 3 rocks in play. And now the red skip for Schenectady has called for a takeout or a come to, maybe even just a come to the back yellow near center.
Yeah, I think at this point in the bonspiel, the skips have gotten the ice down pretty good, where it runs pretty straight outside in. If you're playing on the wings, but there is some movement if you get closer to the center, and I think that's what's happening. That's what's happening here. They got a little in, and that rock is moving, especially with that light weight.
And it does come up a little short. So now the skip for Ardsley, Lisa, has called for a guard. on center ice. They're not sweeping.
Line looks pretty good.
It does. Might be a little hot. Now she's calling for a sweep. Up.
That one might come in the house.
It looks like it. Looks like it might come right back to it. And it looks like it is. It's going to be a little bit of a tap,
Oh,
too.
yeah, that's back 8.
All right, so we're still, all yellow are behind the tee.
It'll be hard for a red rock to go through there.
It would be.
There's a solid wall of red
So
across the
there's
back.
a nice wall.
Lots of backing. They don't want a light rock here.
No light rocks. Air on the side of heavy.
Yeah, I guess they say in curling there's a goodness and a badness.
Exactly.
When there's 4 behind the tee, you want a goodness. You want to be a tad heavy.
Tad heavy than light. They are. She is calling for a hard sweep. Wants to now
good.
up.
It's looking pretty. Oh,
And that looks like a really nice shot.
yeah. I think she got exactly what she was looking
wanted.
for. She moved them back, and there's still that solid wall of yellow behind her. So
A lot of
Yeah.
potential for jam.
yeah. So Hall will have a hard time. I'm sorry, Lisa will have a hard time removing
Picking
that
that out.
red. Yeah.
Yep. But that's what she's going to attempt. Rock is away. It looks like it might be a little bit on the outside. So there's no call for a sweep. And yes, it is going to flash.
Yeah, going to take her own out at the back.
Yeah, hopefully stick.
Yeah,
It does,
it
but
does.
still, again,
That's
in
a
the
pretty,
back.
That's a pretty wall behind that red
Yes,
rock.
it is.
I think-
Red can be happy with that right now.
I think at this point, even though there's so many yellow in there, they may just have to be either pick the best choice. Might be a freeze, because I don't know that yellow one's going anywhere. Or that red
Absolutely.
one. I'm
That
sorry.
red one is not.
Yeah.
No, it's in a good spot.
I think she called for a guard here.
Looks like it's a little on the outside
Yeah.
and maybe a little hot.
Yeah, it is. If the weight is up even a tad on this sheet, it
It's
tends to
gonna
run very straight.
Absolutely.
And it, like you said, it was hot too, so it's third shot.
And yes, did move a few of those yellows around in the back.
Yeah, that's not what she was looking for. She wanted
Not
a
at all.
guard. That left
So
that shot
that-
rock wide open.
It certainly does, and it looks like that's exactly what she's going to go for. Not big weight.
There is room if she hadn't got an inside hit that she couldn't run that red past her yellow second shot rock. She would have to hit it on the inside, which isn't going to happen here. That rock's hanging out again.
And it looks like she might get a nice little tick. She did. Ends up shot.
Yeah.
Yellow ends up shot.
Yellow shot. Now she's got the backy behind her, so.
Yep. I have been announcing a couple of times on this sheet before, and it is a little tricky.
Yes, yes. Especially the difference between the outside in being so straight and the inside out curling so much.
Yes,
It's very unforgiving should you miss the broom a little bit.
unforgiving. That's a good word for it.
All right, here comes the red rock.
Very weight sensitive.
Yeah, I think she's calling for a little tap.
Yes,
Or
she
tap
is.
or tap freeze, perhaps.
Unfortunately, again,
It's out
you
there,
get
isn't it?
outside. Now they're sweeping, but
Yeah, they
it's
just
a
had to.
little light.
Yeah, they've had to stay off it just because the line wasn't there.
Right.
Yeah, they've left it short of the house.
And an unfortunate guard on shot rock. So now, yellow. Lisa is looking for a guard.
Take this and just look at each sheet and see who's red, who's yellow. I'll try. Because we don't know from that here. I give it red, hopefully
First rock by Lisa
First yellow skip.
to put up a guard to protect her shot rock.
Yeah, I
Not
watched.
having the hammer, that's a smart call.
Yeah, she did very well. Her team last night, when I commentated on sheet B, her team was on the semifinal on sheet C, and they killed very well. They had many rocks, like six rocks at minimum, and play almost every inning. So they're used to playing a quiet game.
Very quiet game, and they played that guard beautifully. They waited till the exact right moment to sweep to get it because it was a little outside, and so they waited for the exact right moment to sweep, to pull it over, and be a great guard. So that leaves a very narrow port for Schenectady Christina Hall for her first
I
shot.
wonder, is she trying the port, or is she trying to straight back?
A run back?
A run back, yeah. Depending on her weight, the ice is probably good for either shot. With quiet weight, it might curl up, go through the port, but if she ups her weight, it might run straight and make that run back.
Well, we'll see what she.
Yeah, we'll see what
as
weight
soon as
she
it's away,
throws.
we'll
Yeah.
see what she's looking for. We didn't hear the call. Okay, she came out a little narrow, a little light. They are sweeping really hard. Unfortunately, it is gonna,
Oh, it curled right across?
yeah, on the yellow and pull that over a little bit
It looked like it was a little lighter than what she was hoping to.
and a little narrow. Okay, so skip is coming down.
We've got the final yellow rock. I would bet she's just throwing another guard here to try to block.
Yes.
A center line guard, I think, will take away the two races.
The
that are there.
promotes,
Yeah.
yes. And that is what she did call for.
Yeah.
So
I
she
guess you
wants-
can tell I'm old school. I still use the word raise.
That's just fine with me. I'm a little
Yeah.
old school too, but
Yeah. I need to get with the times.
no, let's bring back
Let's-
old school.
All right, I think that's good. I think the old timers listening will.
Appreciate
Yeah,
it.
they'll appreciate and identify.
And the youngsters can always learn.
Yeah, and we do want to thank everyone for watching our broadcast tonight. We have 81 people viewing our broadcast.
That's fantastic.
That is great.
Yeah.
That is just great. I'm sure there's lots of family and friends, and perhaps we're even on at some of the curling clubs.
And this does look like a nice guard. She certainly took out the raise on the most promotable rock. So that means that the more difficult shot for our skip.
Yeah, if
From-
that rock would have come up just another couple inches, it might have taken both promotes away. But
It could have, but at least she is giving her the more difficult shot to try and make for a
Yeah.
promote
yeah,
or a raise.
yeah.
And sometimes that's the best you can hope for, is the strategy to be what's going to be the tougher shot for the skip to try and
Yeah,
make. They are sweeping.
Team Hall
Sweeping
had
hard.
a really good game last night. Let's see what this rock does.
And
Is there
does
enough
it?
weight?
Is it enough weight?
It is.
It is.
It is. Wonderful shot.
Wonderful
There's
shot.
rock.
Nice raise.
Shot rock. That is great.
So that's a wonderful promote, and that means that red scores 1 for Schenectady. Beautiful shot.
That's why the skips get paid the big bucks. Right?
Absolutely.
For making shots like that. I watched some of their game last night.
Yeah.
And they were in a real barn burner. It was 3-3 after 5 ends. And in the 6th end, her opponent took 3
Whoa.
to go up 6-3.
Yes.
And in the hall rink, they scored 1 in the 7th. They stole 2 in the 8th to tie the game, and they stole the 9th end to win to get to make it
That's
to
what
this
you
final.
call true grit.
It is.
It's hanging in there. It's never give up.
That's exactly right. It was, a lot of teams after giving up a 3 that late in the game
Would fold.
Would have folded.
Yeah.
And the pressure would have been too much, and the air would have, their bubble would have burst.
But that didn't happen.
No, and it was shots like we just saw right there
That make that difference.
Yeah.
No fear. And that's what it takes. And that's why they're in the first event.
That's right. That's why they're here in the final.
Okay, a very nice center guard, right on the center, 2 feet out for the hall rink from Schenectady. And let's face it, every position becomes critically important in the finals to make sure everybody does their job.
Yeah.
Okay, we can give an update on 2 of the sheets. On sheet C, in the second event, yellow, Cape Cod, Shea, so that it's 1-0 Shea. On sheet D, red, which is, this is the 4th event, Bucks County scored 2 points.
That's a 2, yeah.
And we're still waiting for a decision on sheet A. We'll let you know as soon as that's done. A lot of rocks in play on sheet A. It looks like they've got a complicated raise to try and score. Back to our feature sheet. We have yellow 1 in play, slightly.
Yeah, she's calling for either a card or a little tap.
Calling for
It's like the
line,
weight's
but
there for
yeah.
a tap. Sweepers are off it. There's no
Now they're
now
on.
it.
Up again. She's looking for
Just a little
the right
tap's all
line.
she wants.
Up. Got a little more tap than she wanted.
Yeah.
So it is exposed, but it is in the back as well.
Yeah. That might entice this other skip to go to that front rock. Or just ignore it. Yeah, there you go.
She's going to ignore it.
Yeah, that's the thing to do. It's sometimes I always thought those back ones were my friend.
Yes, absolutely. It's behind the tee. Ignore it as long as you can.
Yeah.
Keep your eye on the prize.
The line looks good. She's trying to come around.
It is curling quite a bit. Now they're going for the raise, I think.
Boy, I'm surprised this is not curling that much. And
yeah.
the other draws I've watched, you wouldn't get near that curl
No.
with a rock out there in the middle of the eighth.
No, this is a big change to this morning.
And the weight was all right. It was top
Weight
12
was good.
weight.
Weight was good, but it certainly curled a lot more than it has previous games. So it always is something that I hold true to, and that is new game, new ice. Believe what you're seeing.
The yellow's being aggressive and going after that red. She's on the front though.
Yep.
Again, maybe both skips aren't used to the amount of swing that we're seeing here.
Yeah, the change in the ice for sure.
Yeah.
But that wasn't a bad alternate.
Yeah, that's good. Opened it up.
Cleared it out a little bit. like a come around.
Come around or another tap.
Could be with this ice.
Because she didn't give him a lot of ice. She gave about the same ice as the last little tap. Well, it looks very light.
It does look light, and they're not sweeping a lot, so it looks like it's going to be a guard.
Yeah. I think she wanted the straight back tap, but she
Yeah.
just didn't get the weight.
No.
And they had to wait because the line was out a
Right,
little bit.
right.
It's all right. There's two red guards. Those are handy to have when you do not have the hammer.
Just T-line weight. Just T-line.
So she's called for a tap back.
Hit and roll.
Do it again.
See, yellow.
It's the girl, guys. Yep. Yep.
Looks like she maybe wants to rub off her own split.
Keep it weight.
Looks like,
Again, they're a little light.
yeah, I don't know if it's going to make it.
Yep. Yeah.
Well,
Yes, yes.
The line was good.
line was very good. Just a little too light to do, but it's still in a good position.
Yeah, and I think it's biting the rings.
It is
It
biting.
is biting. So that's 3 yellow in the rings.
So it looks like right now we've got yellow working on one side, red working on the other.
Yeah, and that red one is shot rock. By looking at our overhead cam.
It does look like that, yeah.
So we're trying a come around. She wants to bury one behind these two center guards. And should she be heavy, she's got this yellow in the back.
Does look like it has a lot of weight. So now she's going to look for the alternate shot, which is to come back.
Maybe get a freeze to the back yellow. Oh,
Comes up pretty nice.
Yeah, that's what you call
Touch red.
T-weight.
And with backing.
Yeah. I think this would be a good time for a little hit and roll for the yellow.
I would agree with that.
She needs that inside hit, a nose hit, and she'll leave the red at the back.
Yeah.
But,
So that's what she's called for, hit and roll.
Yeah.
Shay. You can either roll behind or you can roll this way.
Well, you gotta watch the angle, because if I'm gonna roll, we'll draw back to the yellow. I know.
Yes. Yes.
All right.
Called
here's-
for sweep right away. I think she came out a little narrow. They're seeing if they can pull it out, hold it.
I think it has the weight to hold.
Holding it. Yes. Real hard.
I think they have
Still
the
on
weight.
it, still on it. She did get the
There's
shot,
a nice
but,
little flop. Yeah.
and a nice flop. That was a very nice shot.
It was good. And
Behind
the
cover.
sweepers did a good job.
They
on
did,
that.
they
She
did.
was a little narrow, I think, on the
Yeah, she
on
was.
the delivery, and the sweepers
Really
and it
held
had
it.
enough weight to hold
did.
the line.
Okay, while we're waiting for them to decide on their next shot for red, over on sheet A we have an update, and that is that yellow,
Yep.
Jennifer Hill from Rochester scored 1 in the first end. And on sheet C, just to reiterate that Cape Cod Shay scored 1 in the first end as well. Some nice low scores to start with in the finals on all sheets, which is what you want to see. Nice tight games.
I don't know. Can she see some of that shot? I guess she can see a little bit around the outside.
I think she's going to wreck on,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
that's not what she was trying. She
No.
was trying to come to that back,
Yeah.
that backward.
And ended up making yellow second shot.
Yeah. And it is this yellow that is shot rock, I believe, is open on the back left corner.
It is, and but it looks like
Yeah, well, she's being aggressive here.
Very aggressive.
Rather than throwing a guard to protect
Yeah.
that shot rock, she realizes that side's pretty tricky with a fall with big weight. She's going to elect to try to tap in and get a third shot in the house.
Shots away.
Sweepers are off it.
Little outside.
Yeah, it looks wide.
Yeah. The sweepers are concerned about the weight.
Yeah, I think it's really dying on them. I don't
So
think that
now
rock
they're gonna
is do anything for it.
hopefully end up a guard. They can pull it over a little bit. There's still a port.
Yeah.
So it looks like Skip Hall, Christina Hall, is looking at taking the yellow out, but she is thinking.
Yeah, the yellow just got the hit and roll there. I think the red.
The shot's there.
Yeah,
they know how to do it.
Yeah, and I'm right behind that rock. I can
Yeah.
see there is room for the hit and roll.
Yeah, there is.
I guess the question is with three opponents. Well, there's only 2 yellows.
I think she's seeing that there's a hit and roll there.
Yeah.
And having seen that shot made before.
Yeah, yellow just did it. So
Right.
I would think that she should know the line and want to just repeat what the
Yeah.
yellow just did.
Which makes me question the guard on the other side
Yes.
to do that. Because
Yes.
if you have just seen a shot made, you know the line.
Yes. Yes.
I might have protected that.
Protected it, and even
Come to
top
it.
12 or come to it
Sure.
or top 8 for third shot.
Yeah.
Yeah. At least that it would make the shot more
Yeah.
more difficult. Hide half a rock. My strategy was lots to give people half rocks.
Absolutely.
Especially on
It
those
makes it
outside
so
shots.
tantalizing,
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah.
it?
Show them a little bit. They're like waving a cookie in
Tease
front of a
'em.
3-year-old. They're
Yeah.
gonna want that cookie and go for it.
Yeah.
Especially on those outsides, if you do just get half rock, you're gonna lose the shooters.
Absolutely.
So I think I agree with you, and I think I would have played the intern on the side with that last yellow rock.
Unfortunately, I think she threw it out a little bit.
Ooh, that's way out.
Yeah.
The weight's down though,
Well,
but I just don't know if it's gonna come up.
I don't think it's going to come back enough. Just not going to come back enough to do any damage.
No. Boy, she had beautiful weight. If
she had, yeah,
she pushed it out a little bit on the
she
delivery.
did, unfortunately.
That was a real nice weight for what the skip was wanting.
So here, Ardsley really dodged a bullet. And now they're going to guard. And maybe
learned.
with another counter.
Yes, yeah, she learned her. She's doing what you and I thought we did with the first round.
Yeah. You always want to try and give the other skip the harder shot to make. So now she is going to protect. And maybe outcount. She has to. She is calling for the guard as the first
First option.
But she did say, well, if it comes in a little bit.
You know, a biter on the top 8 for third shot, I think would be ideal.
Outside of the house.
I agree, but she might be getting. She's not getting greedy at this point.
No.
Strong.
Yeah, the sweepers are off it.
Not touching it. A little outside, a little strong.
It's going to stop for a third shot.
But it is going to make a nice little pocket there.
there is a pocket. That's
Yikes.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she didn't use the sweepers on
No.
that. I guess that's one thing in the game of curling, I think, to really be accurate and get your rocks where you want them, using your sweepers is a must.
You have to throw it to the sweepers.
Yeah, I always tell all my sweepers, my weight almost from the beginning of the game to the end of the game is about a foot in front of the house. And if I put it in a forefoot, it's not me, it's my sweeper.
That's right. Throw it to your sweepers. That's what they're there for. That's what they get paid the big bucks for.
That's right.
That's
For
sweet.
making the skips look good. For bringing the rocks where they around guards and to the team. All right, she's wanted to come down to those, and she threw it out a little bit again.
Yes.
Looks like her in turn, she wants to turn that
That
rock
looks
out.
a little strong, and it threw it out,
That's
and
gonna flash.
unfortunately that is going to flash big time,
Oh,
and we get a big score
yeah.
of 3
Yellow
yellow.
and one to come.
Right now, looking at 3 yellow, and it could be an even bigger.
Free draw for 4.
Yes,
That's what you don't want. You want to put pressure on the skip and make them throw something more difficult.
absolutely, and
And a
this
free
is
draw.
this is a freebie coming.
Yeah.
Okay, we do have an update on sheet D. Fourth event, Ardsley came back and answered with a big score of 3 in the second end. So that's now 3-2 Ardsley over Bucks County. And on sheet C, yellow stole one, Cape Cod Shay, 2-zip. Here comes the rock on our featured
It's
sheet.
looking good. The line's real nice, but I don't know if she.
I think she might have pulled
I
it.
think she did. The sweepers better work on that.
They're working on it.
They need to get a good piece of the 8. I don't think they're going to do it.
They're working on it. What a shame.
No.
No freebie
She
here.
got 3, so that's pretty good. Just pulled the string a little bit on that last shot stone.
Okay, so that makes the score 3 for Ardsley, 1 for Schenectady after 2. We've updated C and D. We're still waiting. There are still 3 rocks to come on sheet A, so we'll update that when we can.
There's the guard.
Well, that makes things interesting. Both 3-1. It's early in the game, so there's lots of time.
Lots of time to do things.
Take it out. Yes.
There's one right on the tee line. I guess yellow with a lead maybe he's going to get aggressive here instead of calling for guards, unless that was called for a guard.
I think it was a call for a guard.
Called for a guard?
Yeah, just went a little deep.
That's plan B.
And it looks like she's called for, red skip has called for a come to rather than a take.
Yeah.
It looks a little heavy. I think she might get the take.
Yeah, the sweepers are on it hard.
Hard.
They don't want. They're losing their line.
They're out, lost. They did just tick it over.
Oh, but
Still
not
in
out.
play,
The red did go out the side.
and did move it to the back. So
Yeah, they lost the line there.
yeah, they did.
Fighter or guard?
Take it out.
Not for lack of effort though. The
Nope,
sweepers
they
were
really
working
worked
that one.
hard on that one. So as you just heard, Lisa just called for a biter or a guard.
I know from
Second
watching
shot.
her game last night, Lisa calls a fairly aggressive game. There was ends that were they were not our feature game, but around the 4th end, I switched the camera to show the house. I think there was like 12 rocks in the house and like 5 in the 4th foot.
Whoa. So it was very exciting.
It was a great semifinal.
You know, sometimes don't you find that the semi-final games are really the exciting games of the
because
Bonspiel.
everybody wants the final so bad.
Absolutely, yes. They're fighting to get in.
Yeah.
It's do or die. Okay, that came in and moved over.
It's almost an identical rock.
Yeah.
It's within, looks like 4 or 5 inches of the first one.
Absolutely. So here we go. Now she has moved the line over, so she did learn from that.
Yeah, I think she kind of come
Previous.
to like a freeze.
Yeah,
Here.
but it looks a little strong to me.
Yeah, she got out in that straight area where it doesn't
Yeah.
come.
So now she's on the other rock in the back, and they're going to make sure and do something with this.
Yeah, there we go.
And they did. Removed second shot, and now red is second shot. Cape Cod. I'm sorry, Schenectady.
Guard is good. Top well.
Change the spelling on Schenectady to spell it right.
Side line, guys.
All the way. Lead only. All
Wanted
the
a
way.
guard. They're
All the
talking.
way. Hard. Hard. Dig.
Looks like
Come
it
on.
could be a little strong. There, no
Come
sweep.
on. You're almost here.
Nice guard. Nice guard. Maybe a little deeper than she wanted, but
Yeah.
not bad for
Yeah.
line in the 8 foot.
Yeah.
Now, just to update you on sheet A, we do have a score now of 1 yellow. So it's 1 zip after 1 on sheet A, which is the third event. So that's Jennifer Hill's Rochester team, 1 yellow.
Paul is calling for. She called for it. She tapped the 4 foot.
Huh.
I'm surprised with 2
Yeah.
that close to the the center.
Yeah.
That she didn't try something to move something
Right.
rather than just ignore those rocks. If she can get it in, that's great. Oh, that's usable.
Yeah.
That's usable.
Okay.
A run back on that front yellow might get them both and leave red leg 3. A nose hit. Next time we'll see. I'm sure Lisa's going to protect that situation.
Want to get rid of the red? Sorry? Get rid of the red? No.
Well, they're debating now whether to get rid of the red or lay up that center line guard. It looks like Lisa's choosing the center line guard. I think that's a good move for this rock.
Distance okay, but I'd rather you here.
That protects the shot rock and takes away the potential double.
It does. I'd be tempted to go for the red, but it's still there for her to do something with later.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Still
thinking.
early.
Yeah. If that yellow wasn't in the top 8, if it was top 12 or just lighting the house, I think the red. But that yellow, the second shot is so close.
The rock is coming down pretty heavy, coming back on the red in the back, and moved out that rock.
Yeah.
So not what she wanted, but
No.
not all bad.
Yeah.
It hard to tell, but it looks like they're sitting second shot now. Maybe even third. I'm not.
Yeah, I think third, but it's
Could
hard
be.
to tell with the angles.
Yeah, yeah.
And let me see. Hall's calling for a draw. She wants to come in and try to freeze or get top 4.
Following that rock down.
Yeah.
She knows the line.
Only not quite so hard. I think she wants to try to get some kind of a corner freeze or just something in front of the tee line to work with.
Yeah, but it looks a little strong. So it looks like they're going to take, and they do.
Yeah.
And they are second shot.
Yeah.
So yellow is looking to block that line. Lisa has chosen to try and block the line.
I think so. I think the worst, if you want to try to protect, the worst thing that could happen is to leave that front yellow open and have the red team make a run back double. Then they'd be laying 4. So I think this is a good move. She's got
I
shot
agree.
rock.
I agree.
Protect what you got,
Yeah.
and then maybe another shot if there's a miss. maybe hit and roll on that outside red and
Yes.
2 in the floor.
Let it curl. Really needs to come back. That needs to come back.
That one needs to move a little bit.
Yeah, it does.
It's
Now
out
they're
there.
sweeping. She does seem to be wanting to sweep now.
She wants that. She wants to come all the way to the center line.
Gotta come, guys. Up if you can.
Come
And she
Good shot.
okay. She did get her center line guard.
Yeah.
Well, you said you would hear me.
Yeah. I think that the nose hit on that top yellow is still there. I don't know if that guard took that nose hit away.
I don't think it did. She's looking at it. She did come out of the house to. Hall did come out of the house to look at that.
She's lining up the angles for
Yep.
the nose hit double.
Yep.
Boy, that would be.
That'd be a fantastic shot to
that-
make.
Yeah, that'd be a playoff shot right there if we get that nose hit double.
Take this one out. Yep.
And that's what she's calling for.
Yeah, this is good. We're going to see some.
Yeah. Good
Shoot.
good shot calling.
That's what that guard was trying to protect, was this nose hit.
Right. Didn't quite make it. Came out a little wide. They're sweeping.
Line's looking quite good.
Line's good.
Oh, they got to
Now-
get off
oh,
it.
they
They
gotta
got to
get
get
off
off it. They got to get off it if they want that split.
And
All right,
they
look at
did
that.
it.
Fantastic
Fantastic.
shot. Holy mackerel.
Fantastic.
That's a Briar shot right
that
there.
it certainly is.
And not only did she raise
Gutsy
the
call.
yellow straight back, but she split both of them went out.
She did. Gutsy call.
Now there's-
Well executed.
It went so yellow went from having first and third shot to having none, and now red's laying 4 with the hammer.
So it looks like they are going to use that outside red now to hit and roll.
Boy, what a great shot.
That was
that's one of the better
fantastic.
shots you see in a box
Yeah,
field.
yeah.
Anytime, because those raised hits are pretty difficult.
They are. But gutsy call, and she called it well. It was well thrown, well swept, well called. And unfortunately, it looks like this is going to
Not come up. It's going to
flash.
just tick.
Oh,
Yeah.
it is
I
ticking?
think it might tick.
Ah,
Yeah.
Not
The
a-
weight was nice and soft.
it
just-
was. It just.
Again, this outside in, will jump up and bite you if you're out a little bit. It just doesn't move if you're too far out and wanting to come in.
And Karen was shaking her head over that one. She knew.
I think we should put a guard up.
Not happy with that, obviously.
That 12's okay.
So big swing here
Yeah.
in the setup.
Let's not get caught on the bridge. Mine's not
Yeah, we'll see if Team Hall can do something to cut this back. Right now, Red's gonna, Hall's gonna throw a guard. I think they need to protect what they have.
Absolutely.
You know what? As a skip, I just used to just try at all costs to stay away from throwing a guard when I had the hammer. It was just one of those things that I've seen it reach up and bite,
Bite you and then
yeah,
you know what.
You guard a shot that you think's perfect, and somebody makes an in off or
Yep.
or something like that. And
All right,
left.
this is coming in a little strong.
Draw. From here.
Yeah. Oh, that's a nice shot.
That's going to be okay.
That's a nice shot.
Yeah, they're gonna
That's
like
real
that.
nice. It's on a corner, so it can't be run
Can't
straight
be
back.
absolutely.
That's a real nice.
That turned out to be really nice.
Yeah.
No complaints there.
Yeah. Lisa could make a nose hit double here and be sitting one that would be convenient to promote. So I think that's her strategy here.
It has to be. She's
Yeah.
got to get some of that red out.
Yeah, she's going to go for the nose hit double, and that will leave her shooter sitting right in top 12 with
Yep.
a good position
For a
for a
promote.
little tap. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it would be too dangerous for Hall to
Try and take that
take
out,
it out.
yeah,
She would
because
have
it
to
could-
put a double guard.
Yes. Shots away.
Yep, sweepers are not on it.
Now they are. Whoop,
They're
up.
on, they're off, they're on. She needs the nose. She
Yeah, got to be exact. And she
Oh,
does it.
nice shot.
Very nice.
And they're both going to go out. Oh, look at that.
Very nice.
That was good. That was about the best you could do under
Absolutely
for what she had
needed
to work
do
with.
that. Yeah.
And it's right there for a little
For
tap.
use, and it did open up.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, actually,
did
it opened up the one in the back of
it
the floor.
did. So, well, we know what Red needs to do.
Yeah.
Christina Hall needs to make a nice in-house guard.
Well, we're up to 99 viewers on our webcast.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay, a little update on sheet A. It's all tied up after the second end at 1.
Yeah, and that's the third event final. Here we go. This is a guard.
Wait on leg.
Looks like it's got plenty of weight for a guard.
Got a curl.
They're looking for a little curl.
Yeah, the sweepers are off.
Here it comes.
Yeah, there's some movement. Yeah,
Where is it going to end up?
it's going to do, I think, right where she wanted it. I think right where she tapped her broom.
Yeah, it's looking good.
Yeah, she beat that yellow.
She did.
Oh, you couldn't get any better than that.
No.
That's a good rock.
That's a nice guard. So,
I think she just wants to play a nice tap on that yellow one.
actually, she's looking at the other side of the house. Looks like she's looking for a draw. Now she's looking at the tap. They're trying to decide, do they want to draw on the other side or tap?
You know, that red rock, if she would have gone to school on where the ice was and the weight, that she almost wants to duplicate that red rock only with a tad more ice.
Yeah, but it looks like she's not going to touch that side. She's going to do the cold draw
Cold draw.
on the left-hand side of the sheet.
And this is her last rock.
Yeah.
And red does have hammer, so she's going to want to have to bury this
Yep.
to save this end.
Okay, a little update on sheet C while we're waiting for the skip to throw. And that is that red did score 1 in the third end, so it's now 2-1 Cape Cod Shea over Diane. So they did come back and score.
Okay, here comes the final skip rock for the yellow team. This is Lisa's final rock of the third end. She's got to get top 4.
They are sweeping.
She's got to be tight to that guard if she wants to.
It's not gonna bury, I don't think.
Boy, she shot rock.
She is shot, unfortunately, wide open.
Yeah. Boy, that was, you know, I guess that's what, again, to me, is you have to have that confidence to put the broom down and know that you can throw to that tee line in the floor, which she just did. It's just unfortunate it didn't bury.
Did not bury. Okay, and while we're waiting for this last rock, an update over on sheet D. The score is now 4-2, Ardsley 2 over Bucks County.
You know, I don't want to overanalyze, but Hall, in the last end coming down, she pushed her a couple of in-turns a little out. Coming down on this side. So I'm wondering this, now she's throwing an in-turn to get at that shot rock down there.
Yeah, let's hope
so we'll see if she can get a smooth release and not move that rock in or out.
Sorry. Yep,
She's down weight.
Yeah, very down weight.
The sweepers were on it immediately. Maybe she was thinking about what
I
we just talked about. They are sweeping hard.
She's by.
They are
Does
sweeping
she have enough
hard.
to move it? Oh, she does.
Fantastic.
What a beautiful shot.
Beautiful shot. Good adjustment.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I
I see 4 red.
4 for sure.
And I don't know about that back red if it's going to be the top
either.
yellow. Well, there's a big turnaround.
Big time. Big time.
From a 2-point lead for Lisa Furman from Ardsley. And if that is 4, now she's going to be down 2. Let me see. It's hard to ski. I need.
Okay,
I
they
swear-
only had 1 point.
Was it one?
So it was 3-1.
Yeah,
Now
3-1,
we've
so-
got, is it 7-1?
No, the red counted.
I'm sorry. Okay.
Yeah, that's
yes. Okay.
She got the 4. Yeah, she got 4. So that one red at the back was
5-3.
not in.
It wasn't.
Yeah.
Okay.
So just like I said, from being 2 up to now 2 down.
2 down, yes.
Yes!
Again, it's still early. It's only the 4th end. It just it's swinging back and forth. Both teams are making shots.
Get the straight all the way then. Bring it as close as you guys can.
So just across the boards to give you an idea of how it looks. It's all tied up on sheet A, tied up at 1 apiece. And then it's just a 2-point lead on sheet B, first event. And it's just a 1-point difference on sheet C. And a 2-point difference on sheet D. So nice tight games.
Yeah, it looks
Which
like.
is what you like.
Like you said, over on sheet D, Ardsley 2 is up 2 points over Bucks County.
Right.
For the 4th event final on sheet D. Yeah.
It's good. I want guard. Yes, now.
Yeah, I think the teams are going to get a little more cautious here. I think,
Yeah,
on
it looks
our
like
game.
it. They're throwing up their guards.
Yep. Nobody's wanting to come in too early.
A little more strategy going here. Okay.
And did you see where she tapped her broom?
She wants another guard
Another
up front.
center line guard?
Yeah, and actually she wants to curl around, but still a guard. She wants to come around the yellow.
Yeah. Yeah, these are good option shots. If you get the
Sure.
right way to stop on the center line for a guard, and if they happen to be up, maybe you can sweep them into Barry behind the yellow guard.
Well,
I think that's what she's going to get.
yeah, it's a little strong
It's a little
for the guard.
Yeah, a little too strong even for the stay.
Yeah, not sure that's going to hang around. Nope, it is through the house.
Wow, we're up to 104 viewers. It's great to see that many people interested and tuning in to watch all these ladies curl.
Yes.
Let it curl. If you can. Yes. Yep. Yeah. Hard. And up.
That one's going out to the wings, which is where you want it if you don't have hammer. Those outside rocks, sometimes the other skip will ignore them, and sometimes because of the runs, they're harder to remove out there. And she is. She's going to leave it, yeah. And I guess that's what Lisa wanted, just get something in the house.
Good afternoon, Greg and Ann. How are y'all doing?
Hey,
We're
great.
doing well.
Thanks, Mike.
Good. I do have a special shout out here from Ardsley 1. Lisa Furman and Leslie Avendano Eaton would like to make a shout out to their husbands, Ray and Andy, for watching and rooting them on all weekend via the live stream.
All right.
Yeah, it's great when I think to have this broadcast so people back home can watch and cheer on their spouses and relatives, friends.
And get into the game themselves.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
great to have that kind of support.
Yeah. There's a nice rock right there. Yeah. Again, Hall ignoring that outside yellow and that's being aggressive. I think is going to put one in the house. She does not have hammer, but she's got guard, so why not? Put the pressure on the Furman team to try to remove it, or peel the guard.
which is what the call is.
Oh, she's outside the
A
room.
little outside, but they are sweeping. It must be light. So it's going to move.
Must be light. Yeah,
Yeah.
it is.
It's very light. It is curling quite a bit.
Yes, guys, hard, real hard going. Yes, you got it. Good shot. Keep going, don't stop.
Good pickup on the sweep
Boy,
by
the
the
sweepers are
sweepers.
pushing hard on that.
They really knew what they were doing, knew what they needed to do.
I never would have thought that would have made the
I
house.
did.
Halfway down or three
Yeah.
quarters, I thought,
Yeah.
oh, it's a guard. And I was going to say that old rule about airing on the when there's one there, but that the sweepers did a great job.
They did. They knew what they needed to do.
Shot rock behind the guard with a corner, almost a corner freeze, and that's the way she's got to come. So it's a pretty safe rock right now. I don't think she can get a nose hit.
They need it to curl. They're looking for the curl. She believes she's got something here.
Yeah, it's
And
moving
it's-
in there pretty nice.
It
It's going to
is.
finish here.
Not sure it's going to be able to,
That's not a bad
Not a
shot.
bad shot.
That's not a bad shot at all.
because red is now shot.
Yeah, great shot. There is enough room to hit that on about a quarter of that rock, a third of that rock, and roll the shooter to the
Yeah, and that's what she's looking for.
to the right
She's
side,
indicating that.
yeah, behind that other guard, and be laden too.
Yep.
You'd want to be quiet weight though. You'd only want to play about back 8 or back 12.
That's what she's looking for. And she has indicated
Yeah.
what you just said, quiet weight.
Yeah. Yeah, it's too easy to lose rocks on.
Absolutely.
And I think I think sometimes it's nice to see these younger, less experienced curlers realizing that a quiet weight rock will stick around and you can work with it. And so often you see these younger curlers want to throw big weight and blast everything.
Blast everything and really not be effective. This is working
Five,
hard,
she's
working
five.
hard.
Oh, this could be a nice shot.
Very
Look
nice.
At this. Look at
Beautiful
this. That's
shot.
nice. Too yellow.
At the risk of sounding a little sexist, I have to say that the big weight shots on the younger curlers usually come from the male side.
They do. They do.
Will you agree
No,
with me there?
I do agree. I do agree. I've seen in the club play
Yes.
some younger curlers that just
They just don't get it, that it's a subtle game.
They don't, and I've tried to some of the younger curlers here. Like I won't even mention names, but I've been trying to coach some of the younger players here, and tried to convince them that they could go farther with playing some quieter weight and let the shooter hang around instead of blasting at it.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree with you more, and it just drives me crazy.
Yeah.
They just want to blast away.
Yeah.
When this is a perfect example,
Yeah.
right here in front of us,
Yeah.
of how subtle a game the game of curling is.
Yeah. It's a finesse.
It's
It's a finesse game. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and that's why I've always played it. I've never been a big weight.
Me either.
But maybe that's why I have gone to the Briar, because you have to be at times you have to play that.
Yes.
Like you know the Jacobs rink out of Sault Ste. Marie. That's where I curled. Is that same club, and I always went head to head with the Jacobs brothers' father and uncle, who have been to the Briar 3 times.
Okay.
But you need that consistency and know.
Okay.
Yeah, she came
That
through
was
the
a nice.
hole.
She did pick that one out. And
Yellow's
now they're
still
gonna.
shot.
Yellow is still shot, and she's looking for a guard in the red. I would be tempted to leave it a little higher, so that the double might not be there. Okay, she's looking at that.
I think it's an either or. Depends what advice gives her.
Yeah, well, but she did say that the higher guard is okay.
Yeah. I can see, after watching the game last night, I can see where this rock would come in and bite the top four, because that's the style they played last night. They kept calling 4 foot, 4 foot, 4 foot, you know, when there could have been, you know, a longer guard might have been more prudent.
I agree with you. shots
playing
away.
tight ice, too.
Calling for sweep. Does look a little light.
Yeah, she had real tight ice.
So we might get a tick. And that could help, or let's see how
They
where
don't
it
want to
ends
move
up.
that much. You know,
Ugh.
she would have been better, I think, to call them off.
Yeah, I agree.
And then her shooter would have hit a little fuller
Yes.
and not rolled off and left that same hole there.
Yeah, I agree there. Okay, we've got a fast game over on sheet D, which is the 4th event, and a score already in the 4th end, and it looks like yellow has stolen again, and the score is now 5-2 yellow, which is Ardsley 2 over Bucks County.
I need to bring binoculars. I
I can't see that far.
Those numbers are...
Too fuzzy for you? That's not an age thing, is it?
I think so. I think so. Maybe I can use that as an excuse when I don't hit the broom as often.
Oh, okay. I like it. That works.
Here we go. She's trying to shoot this gap. She's trying to shoot this gap. Take that yellow out of there.
A lot of sweeping. A lot of yelling.
Hard. She's got it.
Beautiful.
And a little
Beautifully
slop.
done.
Yep.
Beautifully done.
The sweepers were on that all the way.
All the way.
End to end, and she hit right where she wanted.
Okay, it does leave a double.
Yeah, this is great. Hearing
It
the
is.
skip ask her
Yeah.
vice if you
Yeah.
know.
Do you like that broom?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good communication.
It is. It's great communication.
Because the one thing when you're sitting in a hack, you want to be comfortable knowing that you're throwing exactly what the skips want and what you're comfortable with both.
Okay, we got to get it by that front yellow. Is it coming in? Now they're sweeping.
Oh my goodness, she played that tight.
Very tight. Okay.
Oh my goodness, when she called the sweepers on, I thought it's still on the guard.
Yes. Okay. And a shake of the head by the other skip. Because that was a beautifully played stone.
Good thing she was down low, because from here when she called the sweeping on, I thought.
And that again is another favorite. Get down there.
Yeah.
You cannot see that angle if you're standing. And she needed to get down there and see that angle.
What she's got now is a hit and flop, so now she's got red backing.
Yes.
Pretty much, I don't think that yellow will go anywhere the way they're lined up.
I don't think so, because of the angle of the guard out front.
Yeah.
And of the two yellows out front, actually.
She might get a freeze. I guess ideally here, and let me see, who's got the hammer? Yellow's got the hammer, so I think the red just wants the corner freeze.
That's about what she's got.
Outside.
So yellow is very happy. The skip and the vice, Lisa and Karen discussing that beautiful shot, as they should. Hugs.
Yeah.
Hugs all around.
Yeah, that's great.
And that was really good communication between skip and third all the way through that shot, and that's what makes the difference.
And sometimes you don't get enough of that.
No.
In curling, I don't know if the front end sometimes intimidated or I don't know what the reason, but I don't think it ever hurts for someone sitting in the hack to say, so they're clear. Do you want hack weight or do you want T weight or?
I couldn't agree with you more. Everybody needs to be involved in the shot. They have to know what's supposed to be coming. They have to be able to communicate right away to the skip if it's not the weight they're expecting, so they can make other arrangements.
That's right. There's always plan B if a rock's coming lighter than expected or heavier.
Or heavier. Called for the sweep right away.
Well,
now off.
Out.
Now off. I was kind of surprised that they called for
make a move.
Yeah, called for sweep right away.
I don't think
because I think it's going to tick on the yellow.
See, she threw.
Yeah. And again, they're going to make a lemonade here.
Yeah.
So they did move it in, but it is still one yellow, and they're looking for a nice guard. But then again, she's looking at it. Rethinking it.
What do you think about the little tap, the freeze tap for two?
I like that a lot.
I do too. She's got the yellow's got the
You
hammer.
know, really, you've got hammer.
Yeah,
Why not?
I'm like I said, if I've got the hammer, it's usually a frosty day when you see me throw a guard on when I've got the hammer. So I think in this case to be aggressive.
I think what you said earlier about that guard coming back to bite you could apply here.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think I'd come in.
I'd play the little freeze tap and be laying two. And again, how would you get them both out? You know,
Right, right.
I think it's pretty safe.
So it looks like that's what she's now concluded. Reading their.
You know, Ann, I think I'll make another observation from curling at the club here. Coming from Canada, my background being competitive.
Yes.
I find a lot of people here play very conservative.
Yes.
And it's by the book. Like you're trained. If you do this, then you're going to get this result. Or and I just play more aggressive than that. Rather than a guard. And my teams that I've been skipping here since I've moved to this club is everybody. My team would say guard, and I'll say no freeze, or I'll say no top 4 or top 8 or something. You know, put it in play, keep it in front, and force the other team to make a better shot.
I like that style of play, and you're right. I see a lot of by the books, and yeah, it can work.
Yeah.
But
it can also hurt you.
Yes.
It can hurt you. It can hurt you, but I just think, and again, one of my philosophies or personal rules: if you have hammer, don't throw a guard, unless it's just so locked up that it's required. There is time for it. I'm not going to say never, but.
But you also there are other things to consider. You've got what end do you in?
Yeah.
What is the score?
Yeah, do you want to take it, is it an odd end or an even end?
And then you've got, play your players.
Yeah.
You've got to know their capability, and then you've got to know what the other team is capable of.
Yeah.
So there are a lot of factors to keep in mind. But I tend to agree with you. I like a little more aggressive play when I'm skipping.
I've even seen at the curling at the club over here when somebody had a rock and it was, there was a port or a tap or there was potentially a dangerous shot where the skip would throw their last rock hammer away because they didn't want to disturb anything.
Yeah.
And
okay, the shot's away. She's calling for a guard. Line looks good for the guard.
Yeah, I think they need to be on it.
Well, they don't want it deep.
Yeah, I guess for where she wanted it.
Now they're calling to bring it in, and I think we both like this a lot.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think a little more sweep than she would have.
And I agree. I think that if they had a little more sweep, they should have gotten the freeze.
Yeah, they could have had. Even if they had a little space, it would have been second shot. Only.
Yeah, they could have been second shot. So now it looks like they're looking at the draw. They're also looking at the hit and roll.
I guess my line of thinking is by throwing that rock there, it makes it harder to get more points.
True.
Being down 2. The red would almost be better laying a center line guard, and even though
trying
to do
score,
and give up your 1 point. I always think in my line, I think it's a success if I can force the other team to take one, and then I get the hammer back.
Yeah, but they're trying to score here, and I'm not sure that's the best strategy.
I agree.
Yeah.
If you're up 2, you don't need to score. And again, that's part of like a chess match.
Absolutely.
You don't need to score every end.
No.
I think I'd lay a center line guard
Yep, make her take one
and
because
let her figure out how yellow can get 2 out of this.
yes,
How
and
if she is a center line guard, how would you get 1 in there?
and if this misses,
Top
she's
12.
got the tap back 4-2.
Yeah. I think that's what she's calling. Might over-
I think that's what she's going to get.
Yeah.
When I'm not sure that's what she was calling.
A little rub here would be nice. Right there,
There
center
she
line.
got it.
There.
Okay.
Now, how are you going to get 2? Double tap
Uh,
on the red on yellow.
she's looking at her options,
Yeah.
shaking her head.
Yeah. That's right.
What to do?
Yeah.
What to do? Now she's looking at hitting off the red that's biting 4-foot. Not happy
Boy,
about
is that hole big enough to come through? I guess it is if she's looking at it.
that. That looks like a very tight port there to
Yeah, because you got the yellow
come through.
on the right and the red on the left.
I think she ought to look back at the tap
On the red?
on the red.
That's what I think. I just double tap, hit that red on the
Yeah, yeah.
on the right side, and angle it back onto that yellow straight back.
I agree with that. Well, we're playing a very fast game over on sheet D. And again,
Oh
another
my
steal.
goodness! Yeah, 2. Is that 2 or 3?
I think it's 3.
People in the way.
Yes. Okay, we're getting a little. Yeah, it's 8. Now 8-2. Ardsley 2 over Bucks County. That was a steal of 3 in the 4th event.
Oh, she's not throwing the rock. Yeah, yellow's not throwing; they're kicking it down.
Wow.
They were. Yeah. man.
Okay.
Why? Yeah, I guess it's just. What can I say?
Well, she had to throw it. She decided not.
She got her 1.
She got her 1.
She got her 1, so she's only down 1.
Yeah,
And I think maybe she thought there was a danger of over curling on that red.
I guess.
And putting it in.
And putting it in for
shot. So I guess that.
And that's her choice.
Yeah.
She's the skip.
Yeah. Yeah, it's easy
she's
to sit back here and line
I
up.
know.
Line up
Say,
the angles.
this is what she should do.
Yeah, I hardly lose any games when I sit back here.
I don't lose any. I know. It doesn't happen.
Let me see. They're curling. They're down to looks like skip rocks on sheet A. And right now it's currently 2-1 for Plainfield over Rochester on sheet A in the 3rd event final.
C has a score now. Can you see it?
Okay, I see. It looks like 4 is up over the 3. So it's 3-1 on sheet C. Cape Cod Shea over Cape Cod Diane.
Yes, 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 yes.
And just gave you the update on D where it looks like Ardsley 2 is
big pulling away.
Yeah, pulling away on that one.
Yeah. Okay, we need to mention that in the finals of the first event, we haven't really an illegal team because the lead for yellow is pregnant and they have a 5-man team.
They're curling with a 5-man team.
Yes, they are.
All right. That's fun.
I was working the kitchen 2 days ago, and we had a run on the mac and cheese, and so I was trying to limit the amount given out. But when the mother-to-be came up and said, "Can I have some more?" I said,
"Sure.
For the baby, you bet."
Yeah, you need the energy.
Give me weight. Yep, yes, now. Sweep it in, guys. Sweep it in if you can.
So it looks like
Yes, yes, yes.
they are sweeping New mother's shot in behind cover, and it looks like a very nice shot.
So it's
Not quite
an
in.
inch short, but very
It is
usable.
short. It
Very usable.
Yeah, just in front of the house. Very usable.
A lot of good rocks, a lot of good play.
Yes,
Got a good final here.
we're getting a great game to call, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of fun. Going for a come around, but it looks like instead that
yellow's going to
yellow
make it.
is going to be a nice.
Going to make it in the rings.
I think so.
There you go.
Yeah, ends up being a great
Full 8.
promote. So little mama did her job.
If you're heavy, boot out. But just guard. My guard, heavy. Guard. Sorry.
She's calling a draw in with a potential tap.
Line is tight. Yep. 2, 3, 0.
Good, very good communication.
I was just about to say the same thing.
Very good.
Very good on Ardsley's part.
Yeah.
Great team communication.
Yeah.
They keep talking.
Yeah. Now's the time to put a move on it.
Okay.
Stop short.
It did.
Good shot, Shay.
And she did say the line was a little tight
Yeah.
when she left, when the rock left her hand.
So we're looking at a come around draw.
Yeah. In turn, it'll stay out there for a while. If you're off the broom, or the weight. These shots are very weight sensitive.
Absolutely.
This outside in, if the weight is up, it'll stay straight forever out there. Then move at the end. Oh, look at it
pick.
picked.
Big pick.
Yeah, it picked.
And it's
Look at
sending
that.
it off to the
That's disappointing.
very disappointing. Ended up being OB on the left side.
Yeah. That's the first.
That's the
drop
first,
that
yeah.
I've seen since I've been here.
Yeah, me too. Same here.
I don't think anybody's using a hair broom.
Nope. Nope. Mystery on that pick.
Used to be quite common back in my younger days when we were using straw brooms.
The straw brooms.
And then sometimes you know during the transition times when there was between straw and the hair brushes, sometimes you'd start with the straw to get more movement, so you would bury better and get a little junk on the ice.
I'll tell you, junk on the ice was a huge challenge. I was in the nationals in Superior, men and women playing together, and the men on the next sheet were struggling with their weight, so they brought out their straw brooms, cracked new brooms, and proceeded to clutter up our ice and shove their straw onto our sheet and ruin our game.
Oh no!
They heard about it.
I bet that was Superior, Wisconsin.
Yes.
I went to the Silver Broom there.
Oh, how fun was that?
Around 84 or something.
Okay.
Like that. That's way back. I might have
Back
my
in the
year
day.
wrong, but yeah. They had the Worlds.
How fun was that? Okay, looks like we're going to get a tick on the yellow. And
red shot.
Could be.
It's pretty close.
It looks from this angle as if red is shot. And the skip agrees with that. And she's going to take that out. Putting her broom down, she's going to come inside out.
Yeah, I hate to mention some of the curlers we were sitting around talking about. I mentioned a Bondsfield I was in 1982. and,
You're dating yourself.
Yeah, I was going to say then the comments come back with they weren't even born then.
Yes, I know. I'm getting tired of hearing that one. And all I can say to that is, too bad you missed some good times.
That's right. That's right.
Looking good on the take and gonna get a little roll out of it.
She's gonna get a roll out of this too. She's gonna flop right in there.
Okay. Oh, very interesting. Not quite the roll we would have liked, but
I think she touched.
Yeah.
She would have if that red had been deeper.
Yes.
She would have flopped in behind the two.
But
as it was lined up perfect, and it.
But that's not all bad
No.
for yellow.
Yeah, I think.
Lisa's happy with that.
Yeah, I think
so,
red needs to clear here.
And that's what the call is. A lot of arm waving. Clear it out. Clear it out. Clear it out.
Yeah.
Yes, we do. On sheet C, all tied up. 3 apiece on sheet C. Second event at 3 apiece. Okay, here comes the shot.
We got a nose hit here.
Yes. Okay. Nose hit. I think she was hoping for more.
Yeah.
Deep as you can.
I don't know
Let's see
if
what Lisa's going to do here.
that's a pretty good shot. Let me see.
They're talking.
Yeah, red's got the hammer.
So
and
she's
that's very tappable.
Gotta be on this side or in the nose. What would you prefer?
good communication.
Yeah, she's asking again.
What do you want? And yeah, and the third is calling back. I'll do whatever you want me to do.
Yeah.
Okay, she's looking to take it.
Yeah.
So Karen and Lisa have great communication.
Yeah, I think they must curl together back in the hole.
They have to. To have that
because
kind of comfortable.
Yeah, that call. You know, what do you want? In or out? Or
yeah.
That they work very well together.
Yep.
Love
to see
it.
it.
It showed last night because there was lots of same as this game.
Okay. Okay, a lot of communication here. They need to come over.
Oh, that was
absolutely terrific.
Was about as perfect as you could get. If it would have hit on the outside of it,
it would have been trouble.
It would have kissed off that yellow, and the red would have kind of rolled to the back of the floor and stayed.
Yeah. So again, good communication on Ardsley's part between Skip and third, with great support on the sweeping from their front end. And yet, we've got to give it to Schenectady. They're still up 1.
And you know, talk about communication. Here we go on the Hall team.
Yep.
The Vice has 1 rock remaining, and they're talking some strategy here, and it's whether to hit at the front and open things up, or whether they want to try to draw around and try to get a rock around those into the 4.
So they are looking at figuring out for the third's last rock, Kathleen. It looks like they want to blast.
I think so. I think that's what they're looking at. I don't see them. Originally, it looked like Hall was calling for a come around.
Yeah.
And again, the communication.
Yep.
You know, the Vice wasn't comfortable. They have the hammer.
Right.
And there's a lot of yellow rocks in there.
A lot of yellow in there.
At some point, you have to know when to remove some stones.
Absolutely, and open it up. And that's what she's decided to do. And this will make for an exciting shot. Okay, we also have an update on sheet A now. And yellow, which is Rochester, has scored 2 in the 4th. And that makes the score 3-2 over Plainfield. So again, a nice tight game over on
very close game.
Sheet A in the 3rd event. The only one that has really pulled away is Sheet D. Ardsley way over Bucks County with a score of 8-2 still, and the 5th end.
Yeah,
after the 5th.
These other games are all
nice and tight.
1-point game. She's tied.
Yeah.
Oh, she called sweeping. One's yelling sweep, one's
the
yelling
other's saying
off.
up. Who do you listen to?
Oh, that
boy.
didn't work.
That did not work at all.
That didn't work at all.
Took all the red out.
and put another yellow in for a shot. Now, if there's a silver lining, If there is a silver lining.
And that would be?
The yellow that's on the forefoot is open.
Okay.
It's wide open, and if the red could ever hit and roll. Yeah, that back yellow is.
Yes!
Okay, so what do we see as the strategy call here by the skit? I'm seeing a draw in behind cover, not protecting the
She's not
shot
hardly
rock.
giving enough ice to guard that ray. That
No,
hit and
she's
roll.
not. She's not guarding the. I guess she feels that
With that ice, is that enough ice to? Oh, yeah. She's calling the guard.
she's calling a guard. I'd like to give a little more ice
I think so.
to protect
It
both.
It does run straight
Yeah,
out there,
okay.
but with guard weight, I don't know if it.
I'm not sure you're going to get both. I like to see what I call a big guard.
Yes.
And
guard half of the shot
half
rock.
the shot rock
and guard
and
the
guard
hole
the
at
hole.
the same time.
Yeah.
Exactly. You and I think alike.
Yeah. We're going to have to play together sometime. Being two of the more senior curlers at this club, I hate to admit, but proud to admit at the same time that I'm a 30-year curler.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
It's coming in
Coming
where she was
in.
tapping her broom. I think it's coming a little too deep. No, it's not too deep.
All right, she has guarded the draw, but no hesitation here on the
You know
part
what? I
of.
think she. You know what? The good part about that rock is, Ann, is I think she's guarded the inside roll. I don't know if there's an inside roll.
It's close.
Yeah.
There's room,
Boy.
but it is going to be a
Boy,
precision shot.
You'd have to skinny that one she just threw.
Well,
you'd have to really skinny that one to get any inside movement.
and this could be what you're talking about that we talked about earlier, that tempting shot.
Yes. Yes.
To try that, and is it there?
Yeah, and
So,
depending, and again, I get this, just like you said, the strategy. This is one of those outside in, and here is Hall with her in turn, which I know she missed a couple in, in the fourth end.
Not her best. Not her best.
Maybe not her best turn.
So.
And the thing is if you up your weight,
Yeah.
there's not going to be very little curl here. So it's one of those things where all aspects of the game of curling have to come into place to, you know. What don't they say if you hit the broom with the right weight, you won't lose any games? Isn't that the way it goes?
I haven't heard that before. Is that how you play the game?
That's right.
Ah, okay.
If you consistently hit the broom with
The right weight, you're going to win.
Yeah.
Is that it? Okay. I'm going to write that down.
See, here
Well,
comes the
if she
Philip.
does get a nose hit on it, that wouldn't be all bad.
That looks good.
But she would like to get a little roll.
The sweepers are on it.
They're on it.
But I don't think
Everybody's looking at it.
I don't think they need to be on it.
Well,
It's
I'm
gotta be tight.
curious.
Boy, it's got to be tight.
They.
Oh!
A beautiful shot. Beautiful shot. She
All
did
right,
it.
there you go.
Okay.
There you go.
And that's why she's the skip.
That's right. There we go. We got to ring the bell on that
And we
one.
rang the bell on that one. That
That's
was a
what,
lot. That was a pressure shot,
Yeah.
done well under a lot of pressure.
And we just said how she had to skinny that guard.
And she did.
Boy, I wouldn't want my finger in between those two rocks. It would have been.
That would have been an ouch.
Yeah, that would have been a big owie right there. Yeah, that was a terrific shot.
Terrific shot. Okay.
Well, we still have two
that
stones to go, so
Yeah,
now
there's
she's
still
trying
other
to,
things that can
she's
happen.
trying to run back.
But
Nose
that
hit.
was
She's trying to nose hit run back.
nose hit, and that's not going to be really easy because that front
Exactly.
yellow
Exactly.
is.
You know what? I'll
in
say
play.
I'll say the same as last time.
They're
To
sweeping.
make this nose hit run back, she's got to skinny that front guard.
Yep. They are yelling real hard.
Sweepers are on it. Sweepers are on it.
She did tick. Okay.
Yeah, she moved a lot of rocks.
She did. But red is sitting one
Yeah.
with a lot of yellow,
Lots of yellow.
and yet red
One,
is
two.
one.
4,
So we are seeing a very good final in the first event.
I like that on sheet C, that Cape Cod team just made a really nice split.
Okay.
There was one in front of a Red Rock and top 8, top 12, and those two yellows rubbed and split.
Very nice.
One on each side of that red.
Very nice to see.
I can't tell who shot, but there's a lot of rocks.
Red may still be shot on sheet
I
C.
think Red's playing a hit on that.
Yeah, they are. A lot of discussion going on sheet B about what to do.
It needs to be in about that much.
Yeah, you wouldn't want
Again, good communication going on by both teams in the final for the first event. Okay.
Oh, here's a nice rock.
That
Look
was
at this.
nice. Look at that. Over on sheet C. Nice roll.
Hit and roll to the button.
Roll to the button.
By the red team.
By red.
That was Diane
Diane
DeMassey.
DeMassey. Yeah.
I think that was her rock, wasn't
Yeah.
it? The skip rock. Very good games here. Very good.
So that was Diane's first shot. So, but this is now Cape Cod Shay, her first shot. So she has hammered here. So it looks like she's going on sheet C. She's going to try and pick out that red shot. Okay, we have a decision made.
I think it's a guard by looking at the ice.
Well, it can't be a guard. That's her last shot.
Was this?
So
Okay,
I
well,
think
I'm
she
sorry.
wants
So
to
she
try
has
and
slapped
score
me. Boy,
score another one.
She's got to just. She doesn't have a lot of forefoot to work with.
Oh, they're yelling way outside, and maybe a little light. So they are sweeping. Tough position to be in.
Boy, she.
If it's
what
so
she-
outside.
What she was trying to do is bite that right on the tee line
Yeah.
to catch that four, and that's tough.
Okay. So
Yeah, that was the hammer.
one red with a lot of yellow around it.
Yes.
But very gutsy
Yeah.
first shot by our Schenectady skip.
So that makes the score 6-4.
6-4. Schenectady over Ardsley. And that seems to be, you know, they're keeping it close.
Center guard. Line's good. Where's the weight? Swing. Hard. Really hard.
Okay, as we begin the first rock, we can give you another update over on sheet D. So the runaway game has gotten a little closer, and so it's not as much of a runaway anymore. Red, Bucks County came back with a score of 3 in the sixth end.
Yeah.
That's nice to see that
It is, yep.
the momentum can come back and they can make a game out of it. So now it's just a 3-point difference, 8-5 on sheet D.
With 3 ends to go, that's not
Yeah.
insurmountable.
No,
You know,
it isn't. And you like to see them be able to not give up, hang in there, score a big 3.
Need help? Yeah, keep going, guys, keep going. Hold away.
this looks like,
Yes, get it over, get it
They're
over.
trying to get it over.
yeah, sweepers are on it.
Yes. Great.
It's over.
Okay, they did get it over.
Man at center guard, okay?
Hall's calling for a center line guard.
Okay, the slow game today is still over on sheet A. We're waiting for the finish of the fifth end, and we'll update that when we get it.
No, they're coming in here. She called for the guard, but this is more than what she wanted. It's going to come right in to the back 12.
A lot of sweeping. Can she get it out? Nope, it's going to hang around.
Yeah.
But behind the tee.
And not having hammer, that rock isn't
not a good
not
a good
rock.
place.
And that's when you do not have hammer and the skip calls for guards, that's where we talked earlier about airing.
Airing on the side of. What do you want to air on the side of here?
Yeah. If you do not have hammer, you want to air on the light side.
Side of light.
At least on the front end rod.
Yes, absolutely. So she's coming. Hard line.
She's calling to come around here.
And it looks like this might be a little light when it could have been airing on the side of a little heavy.
Yeah.
So
that might have made the house.
Could have made the house,
but that was a come around that didn't come around. Holy Matt, we're up to 120 viewers.
Yay!
A lot of people interested in curling.
Love to know what the demographics are. How many are home viewers and how many are away?
I know last night we had a curling club hooked up.
Really?
Yeah, they were watching an ad at curling club. I can't recall which.
Fantastic. I wonder what club it was. It had to be somebody who was on the ice, right?
Yeah.
Okay, we've got red coming down. Looking for a come around possibility.
Yeah,
Might be a little hot.
Nice, very nice.
Yellow skip.
I think it was the Ardsley Club.
Okay.
But
that ended up being very nice.
boy, that was
In the 4 foot.
Yes.
She's looking at the line.
She's going to play her run back.
Lisa is, I think, looking to come around. If she said if the guard goes, that's okay.
Yeah.
And it is her yellow guard. So, but she's looking to come around it and tap that. Calling for sweep.
It's got to stay off that center line.
Yeah.
If it touches the line, it's going to wreck.
Yeah, it has.
It's tight.
You know, it's not by.
It's going to wreck.
Oh, and it ticks off a red guard to come in.
Second shot.
Second shot.
Yeah, you can't. That's not so
Not
bad.
all bad.
That's not so bad because, yellow has the hammer, so
Yeah.
that accomplished a couple things.
It did.
That removed that guard that could hurt her. And,
Yeah.
And moved one in for second shot.
Yeah.
So
Not all bad.
No, that was worked out. She got nothing for the opponent to hide behind now.
Okay, again over on sheet A, a lot of rocks in play. Last yellow shot to come, and then red has hammer. So we'll let you know what happens over there as soon as we can.
Hall's calling for a center line guard to protect that one she's got in the 4 foot.
And it's curling over onto, trying to get it past the yellow, and they do.
I don't know what happened with that one.
I
That was
don't either.
miscue. She called for the
Either-
center line guard.
I can't tell if she rolled it or if it was the wrong ice.
Yeah. The ice looked tight.
Did it?
Yeah, the ice looked
Okay.
tight for the guard.
I was unfortunately looking over on sheet A at the time.
She's calling for a hit here now that it's open and not guarded.
Calling.
Really hard, really hard.
They're calling
Hard sweeping all the way.
hard sweeping all the way.
It's going to be tight.
Be tight. They're going to get a
Tight
piece
to
of
the
it.
front yellow.
They do, and pick it out.
I think red is shot. That one that just drew in, that miscue guard.
Yes.
That guard.
Ended up being
It
shot.
ended up coming in for shot wrong. She was hoping to hit that one and maybe roll behind those two for a shot, but that didn't work. It just curled a little too much and they lost
Yep.
the shooter.
Yep.
Well, she's sticking with her strategy. She understands that, in order to steal an end or not give the end away, she needs guards.
Yep.
Hall's calling for another center line guard.
Yep.
Looks like maybe the vice is questioning.
Yeah, she is. She's,
I think that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Right now they're shot, and they don't. It's far enough out. I don't think it's worth protecting it. I think they need to go with a center line guard and take the 4 foot away
yep.
from Lisa.
I'm thinking, I'm questioning. It looks like they're going for a take. That's a lot of weight. So, and it threw it out a little bit. I'm afraid they're not going to like this shot.
No, they're not.
No.
Unless I'm mistaken, I thought she tapped for the guard. Unless they changed.
They
I
changed
see the skip shaking her head.
Yeah. Well, they did change the shot. They decided to try and take the yellow, and it backfired on them.
Yeah, because I know the original call was the guard, but I guess they thought they'd get rid of that yellow, seeing how they had the hammer.
Yeah, and it was just threw it a little too outside.
Have you throw the same line?
Okay, we have an update on sheet C. Red, Cape Cod Diane stole 2 in the 6, and the score is now 5-3 in favor of Diane DeMassa, Cape Cod, over Cape Cod Shea. Asta, we're having a tough time with that name. Okay, here comes the shot.
She wants to tap back.
Nice shot.
I think she called T-weight.
Going for a split, didn't get much of one.
No.
So.
But I guess there was 2 schools of thought there, you know, with having the hammer. She's got a corner guard. I'm surprised she didn't take advantage of that corner guard.
She looked at it, but I guess got overruled by thought process, but I certainly would have gone for splitting the house.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think that would be the...
Whereas now there's a double.
Yeah, now there's a double.
And then she's going for it.
Yeah.
As she should.
Yeah. Yeah, that's, you know, she had, since you had that yellow corner guard.
Yeah.
You put
To
them
use.
There, put them there for
Use
a
it.
reason. Yeah, what's the use of putting them there unless you hide behind them
Yeah.
later on.
Okay, let's see. They're calling sweep. It's got to hit it just right to get the double.
There you go.
Not quite the double.
Not the double, but
Hard to tell if that yellow, I think yellow is still shot right
yellow
now.
is shot. You're right.
Yeah.
And it's behind. There's an outside red.
Yes. So that is fortunate for yellow.
Yeah. She's playing right here.
Yes! All the way! All the way! No more!
What's your school of thought here, Ann? Do you think you'd hit that, or having hammer, or would you draw behind this other corner guard and split the house? I know the red one's dangerous, but
Real hard.
I'm okay with this shot.
yeah.
Real hard, guys.
There is the possibility of a double.
Real hard. I know you're tired. Real hard.
And she's going for it. Does she get it? No. Okay.
Now red shot.
But behind the tee.
Yeah.
I like that only in that it was up front, and she did have the option of a double.
Yeah.
She did try for it, didn't work, but. Okay, we do have an update on sheet D. Unfortunately, there's a lot of people in the way, so we'll give you the score when we can. I think yellow scored 1. In the 7th end, they did. It's now 9-5 after 7. So red is throwing up a lot of stones in the front.
All right, here we go with Skip Rocks.
Yes!
A lot of discussion going on.
Yeah.
They've made a decision.
Yes!
Looks like she's going to draw front of her shot rock?
I guess so.
Or no?
No,
Not with
she's
that
drawing.
ice.
No, she's drawing behind
Behind that top yellow?
top yellow.
Yeah, yeah, that's what she's trying to do. She wants to get the split the house and try to come around that top yellow, which is it's top 12, so it's doable.
Yep, and force. I think the idea is to try and force her to 1 because she's not guarding the 4 foot.
I don't know. They've narrowed that ice in.
Now they've narrowed it. Okay. But that's still not a take on the front yellow, is it?
No,
No.
that's a lot of ice.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's enough ice to come around though. She just narrowed it 6
Yeah.
inches.
Yeah.
And she threw the in
In
She's going
turn.
to the outside.
Okay.
So I guess we're not
understanding
well,
what
we're not on the same page here.
No. And this looks awful hot. And yikes.
Uh-oh.
Not what she wanted at all.
2 yellow, 1 yellow
One,
for sure.
one yellow for sure.
I thought she was going to split the house here.
Yeah. So it turns out she was trying to come to the yellow mist and ended up moving her red rock in the back. Out of contention right now.
So now we have to figure out what yellow's going to do here. There, she's right now. Lisa's
Trying to
looking
figure
up.
out who's
Lisa's
shot
saying who's
second.
shot.
Second
yeah.
shot.
I think the red might be second shot because she
Could
just
be.
called for a shot in front of her. She just tapped her broom around the tee line in front of that red one
Yeah.
on the back right side. Again, there's a lot of discussions on where the best place to put this rock. I can't, there's too many bodies to see A, but
I'm getting a peek over here. I can tell you that in the 5th end, there was a steal of 1 by yellow.
okay.
So the score is now 4-2 yellow, which is Rochester over Plainfield.
Yes, now. Hard. Doing great. Hard.
Looks like they've
Up.
come up to a final. They're gonna do what she originally thought. She's gonna try to draw tee line or back tee or over on in front of that red.
In front of the red.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes pretty good sense.
Yeah, if that because she is shot with that outside one, so she doesn't want to draw too close to that. The danger is giving Hall a double.
Giving Hall a double or a pocket.
Yeah, if she stops too close to that yellow. So I think she wants to come back behind the tee, so there's no double on the yellows and either tap or bump or freeze on that red. So they looked at it and I think they came to the conclusion that the red might be second shot.
Okay.
All right, it's on its way.
Calling for a sweep. Now up.
She's saying just tee.
Looks hot.
Well, the line's looking real nice. They might.
They're coming back to.
Oh, is it going to go through the hole?
Oh no!
Oh my goodness!
Oh,
Can you believe that
right
rock
through
slid
the hole.
that hole?
That was a toughie.
Wow. Oh, just any kind of a rub on that
I
red.
know,
and
anything.
That where it would have come over on the other red
Yeah.
and stayed.
Yeah.
I bet you could try that 4 times
And not do it. Try and do that. Mm-mm.
Those rocks are awful tight together. She slid through the hole.
That's a tough
I
one.
guess in football they call it a field goal.
Well, we ain't playing football today, though. That's a problem. what? In football, those goalposts are a lot farther apart than this was.
They are.
Oh, man.
Again, I just didn't think a rock would go between that,
No.
through that crack, through that little hole.
Again, that's where you blink and you go, how did that happen?
Yeah. And they did get off it out in front of
Yeah,
the house,
they
so
did.
they allowed it to try to make a move.
Yes.
They just didn't want to.
Didn't do it.
Any kind of movement at all, any touch on that front red and that yellow would still be there.
Yes. Could that be a mulligan? Would you like that to be your mulligan? Yeah.
Again, this is curling, not golf.
And it's not football.
That's right. Okay, this rock, Hall is calling for actually the same shot that Lisa just missed. She wants to draw over near that yellow, which
Yes.
is shot rock.
Yep.
But she wants to stop in front of the tee line.
It's
got
not
lots of
curling
weight.
yet.
She's got
Here
plenty
it
of
comes.
weight.
But is it going to have enough?
Are we going to test that hole theory again?
I could be.
Outside's fine.
We're going to test that hole theory and see if this can be done twice in a row.
Oh my gosh. Well, and it's a duel. They did it, although they did touch a little bit, but they went through also. My gosh.
I think it's yellow shot on the tee line on the right.
Yeah.
I believe it looks like it's red second shot.
So if she can move that red back,
Yeah.
she could score 3.
Yeah.
Is that right? Okay, and we have the game over on sheet D with a big score by Ardsley 2 over Bucks County. A lot of cheering by the warm room for the game.
Yep. So that's the fourth event's been decided. Congratulations
to Sharon Gallegos, Erin Durba, Barbara Gabhart, and Nicole Mikuleski out of Ardsley.
Good curling, ladies. Well done.
Congratulations. Okay, a lot of thought going into the ice.
You know, she just had perfect weight. She, because the one that was through that hole, it only just came just barely through the house.
Right.
If she can duplicate that weight and take a little less ice, she should come through that to the red and be counting 3.
We are watching it very carefully.
The sweepers are not touching it. And you know, it has a... I don't know if
please,
it's
I
gonna
hope
move
it's not
again.
too hot. Oh, no.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Okay.
Now she's got a freeze at the back. Or a pocket, at least.
There you go. So they had...
She got what she wanted.
Yes. The question was it 2 or 3?
It was 3.
For sure? Okay.
Yeah.
That's a big swing.
Yeah.
Well, we've certainly seen this game go back and forth many times.
Yeah, that was a great shot by Lisa from
Very
Ardsley
nice.
to get her 3. She was laying first shot and third, and she just made a real nice quiet tap at the back of the 12 to move her red just a few inches to get her shooter to lie second and her front yellow third. So she ended up with a 3.
With a 3. So now the score is 7-6.
We got a game here.
We have a great game. Okay. Our mother-to-be just threw her first rock.
I think she's calling for a center line guard.
Yep. Okay, and we actually have a great game going on sheet C.
Oh, there.
All
yeah.
tied up. 5 apiece.
Yeah. Playing
So in the second event, Shay and Diane, the duel of Cape Cod, all tied up. Very exciting.
Yeah, that's a great game. And let me see. Red has hammer, so Diane
Damassa?
Damassa has hammer.
I'm afraid to attempt Shay's last name. I'm nervous.
Oh, that's Austin Berry.
Austin
Leary.
Berry. Okay.
Leary, I'm sorry.
Austin Leary? Okay.
Yes. Sorry about my writing. I was trying to get everything done before the game started.
Men can't write.
Well,
Didn't you know that?
well, it's scratchy, but it's there.
Uh-huh. And that's an N, huh?
All right, nice throw, man.
Anyway, we started the end with a couple of guards. Everybody's
Yeah.
going by the book.
Okay.
One team shot a center line guard. Lisa shot a center line guard because she does not have hammer. And Hall just threw a corner guard because she does have the hammer.
Yep. And
So we're getting a textbook in starting.
we are textbook. So so she's given her options and said, okay, if you come on over and promote, that's okay, or come around. And she did throw it out a little bit.
Yeah.
So they're gonna want to leave this, and it looks a little hot. Oh, now they're sweeping. Kind of surprised. If it's not gonna bury, I'd leave it high.
Yeah, you don't want to stick one out in the open.
No.
That's
Okay,
perfect.
nice shot. Just
Half-
biting.
Yeah, half in, half out.
Biting the 12 foot, half in, half out. Not all bad. So we'll try and give you a little more play on sheet C as well, since they're coming down.
Boy, sheet
With
A is way behind.
Way
That's
behind.
Just the 6 and there.
Yeah.
They're not even done
What
the
weight
6
do you
and.
want?
No. So we've got
Yes! What weight? Yes!
last end.
Yes! Hard!
A lot of yelling on sweeping for sheet C with a little promote.
Got a little tap.
Okay, not much, but it is guarded.
Hard, guys, hard!
They were playing a takeout here on our sheet. They're sweeping it hard, all right out of her hand. She wants to take that one that's biting.
Now up. Is it
Well,
yeah,
she-
got it out.
She didn't take the counter, but
No.
she replaced the center guard for from a yellow rock to a red.
So
Oh, is
because
that-
that's the free guard,
Yeah.
it goes back.
Yeah. Yeah, she was trying for that one that was half in
Yes,
to try to get a
because
hit.
that one she could take out, but she took out the wrong one.
And
so-
just for you people at home that aren't familiar with the curling rules, is the first 4 rocks, it's called a free guard zone, and they cannot be removed unless they're in the house. And that one yellow was in the house, so it could be legally taken out. So that's the one they were trying to take out, but they could not take out the other one next to it because it's not in the house.
Okay, so now we've got yellow coming down, and the call is for a promote, but it looks like it's going to curl over a little more, so they're going to use the other shot.
Yeah.
Why not?
Maybe raise that one. on the
Raise
second.
that one.
It's over curling for that one too.
It is, but maybe it will get.
Hard, hard!
Okay.
Hard, hard! Hard, hard!
All in play, which is a good thing
Yep.
when you don't have.
Yeah.
When you don't have the hammer, so
What's the call here? Draw through the hole?
I think so.
It's going to draw.
Draw
the
around?
whole house is open. You know, all you have is just a little biter at the top 12. They're a half rock. So I don't
I'm
think this is a bad call.
Not bad, but I would tend to do a little clearing when you're still on
Yeah, she's got-
second stone.
Yeah, she's got the hammer too. Red.
Oh, this is narrow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
She's going to raise one in.
Actually, I'm not even sure it's going to do. They've called the sweepers off.
'Cause I don't think. Well, it was top 12 weight.
Yeah.
Sheet C, we're getting a, I think that was supposed to be a promote.
Yeah.
But it just too
A little
much.
too hot.
Too hot. Sorry to open that whole half of the house up.
Yeah.
And you know, really, the shot Yellowstone is only partially in the 8. So it's a lot of house to draw to for the red team.
So yellow is gonna try and guard against that. And yellow is sitting 2 at this point, so they want to protect that house as much as possible. Okay, back on our feature sheet,
She's trying to go around again. She tried the same shot as last time.
but it looks like there's going to be a little promote,
Hard!
curled a little bit. All
they
right.
don't, I don't know if the rocks are curling more, or if we're not hitting them real, but
yeah,
that's
good
2 in a row
question.
that have over curled on
Yeah.
that side.
So yellow is shot behind red.
That red looks like it's biting.
So the question is,
On the button, Kathy.
Yeah,
on
right
the button.
there. All right. Coming this way.
Or you want to take this stone out?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
okay, she's calling for a take. On, hoping for a double, I think.
Yeah, straight. I think a straight back.
Yeah, would do it. And
She's
leave.
calling a straight back.
Yep.
Yes, sweep. All the way, guys, all the way. All the way.
Hard on the sweep.
Keepers are on it.
All the way.
All the way, guys. All the way.
That one's, boy, that one's moving.
It is. A little light. A little light.
You know what? I wonder if our pedal's getting flat. Oh, that was all right.
That worked well.
Yeah, that worked out.
Very well.
The yellow shot rock's gone.
Although yellow is still shot.
Still shot, but it's
But
it's
the
wide
front
open.
is a lot more open for,
It's funny how sometimes those plan B shots
end up
come
working out
almost,
okay.
almost better or as good as what you
Yeah.
call.
Okay, just to update, it still looks like yellow is shot on sheet C. We're now on Skip's rocks. First rock for yellow. Looks like she's gonna try and again protect that forefoot. And protect that house.
And hit back on A, there's a lot of, that's a very, very slow game. They're just throwing skip rocks on the 6th end on sheet A.
Yes, sweep it. I'm a little hot.
Okay, back on our featured sheet, we've got the third throwing, and it looks like it's a come around or a promote. Or a take. I'm sorry, I had that wrong. She's going for
She's
a,
gonna hit.
oh my goodness.
I think she was trying to draw through the hole, but she's gonna raise the red in. Oh, look at the shooter. Look at the shooter.
Okay,
Nothing wrong with that.
not all bad.
No.
I'm not sure what the call was on that, are you?
I think she was trying to draw the hole.
Okay, but that
And
was a
it
lot
just-
of
it
weight
just
for
hung-
that.
yeah,
so
it
it was
hit-
actually good that it did have a little bump on
Yeah,
it,
it was
because
one of
otherwise
those-
I think it would have been out of the house.
It was one of those wide and heavy shots.
Uh-huh.
That, actually, the yellow's laying 2.
Yeah. The first event finals, this is a fun game because you can cheer really good shots, cheer both teams on. They're both playing
Yeah.
really well.
Yeah, and it's been back and forth.
Fourth.
You know, there's ends that were built that looked real good
And
for
then-
a haul, and then the next end would be real, and then Lisa would come in and be a spoiler, and
Yep,
there's been real good ends built on both sides.
both sides.
Okay, what do we got coming here?
Okay, looks like a
She's,
come around, a draw.
she's coming through the hole. She's coming.
Wow,
she's
that's a
coming through
Good
that
hole
Yeah.
to get shot rock.
Yeah,
Let's see.
if it, if it comes, did she just yell Plan B?
It looks like it's going
Gonna
to
curl
wreck.
Too much.
Yeah.
And roll where? Roll away.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
it did open it up a little bit,
Yes,
but I
it
have a
did.
feeling. Yeah, they're looking for the guard.
Yeah, that was Plan B. Open.
Yeah.
And, that's sometimes with hammer.
Yeah.
You just have to
Be
play
patient.
Be
Be patient.
and take a play a skinny hit on a shot rock, or the worst case scenario would be to be wide and miss everything.
Oh, as we just saw on sheet C.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of yellow sitting there.
Yeah.
So the last shot for this yellow skip, which is Cape Cod Shea.
Red has hammer.
Yeah, she's got to guard that shot rock.
Yeah.
And where does she need to put it? She's looking.
I think she needs. You know, I think this is one of those cases where you said you need to guard half.
Yes.
I think you need to guard half or a quarter of the shot rock. Just put one out there so to the left of center, from the viewer's point, from the right of center, so you leave a skinny hole from
But
nose hitting yellow.
You're saying that, but she's looking at promoting.
Draw it. If she's heavy, maybe chip it.
She's looking at tapping it
Gotta come the other way.
rather than leaving the guard.
That's not a
Not a
terrible
bad,
shot. It's not a
you
bad
know.
call either. But she's laying two. She's
Laying two.
and there's nothing red to promote. So I would think if you guarded,
You know what?
The
She is
hole.
she is looking at the possibility of red
red hitting and
using the
rolling.
hit and roll.
Their
So
own-
she's trying to prevent that. You know, being
that's
shot.
a good call.
Not all
Because,
bad.
You
Yeah.
know, if she does play a good guard, that's the last shot. is
That's
that
what
hit
she
roll.
would do. Yeah. So why not do
Why
a
not
promote?
Why not beat
Beat
her
her to the button.
Beat her to the button.
Yep.
That's what she's calling.
Oh, she's calling for her team to come down and
Talk
consult.
about it. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Okay, here on our feature sheet.
Yeah,
red,
back to
she's,
that.
She's trying the out-turn takeout now. On that rock.
Okay. They're not sweeping.
It's
It's fallen out.
running pretty straight.
It's hit.
Yeah,
It's
it's gonna
gonna
hit her
tick
own.
their red.
But you know, it might roll in and be all right.
I think it's a little hot.
Yeah.
Well, it's gonna stick.
Yeah.
Okay, for second
It's in
shot.
there for a second, and shooter's wide open.
Yeah. So
That's
again,
not a terrible.
not awful, but
Wow, our viewership keeps climbing. We're up to 127.
oh my! It must be our sterling
I don't know.
commentary. What do you think?
I wouldn't
No?
go so far to say that. It's just good curling. I think.
It is
Let's-
good
let's
curling.
get people tuning in.
Yeah, they're telling their friends it's gonna be a hot finish.
Yeah.
They're still discussing over on C what to do.
I had emailed some friends back in Canada and gave them the website to tune in. I said, if you want to see a bonspiel in Maryland, USA,
And what do you think they're doing today?
hunkering down in the snow. I heard there was a blizzard there yesterday in Sault Ste. Marie.
Oh, yikes. Okay.
So,
All right. So why not?
yeah,
Listen to their old buddy commentate.
there you go.
See if he still got it.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of discussion on both sheets here. Here
Well,
we go. We're getting ready for skip
Okay,
rock.
finally.
And this will be the first skip rock, Lisa's first skip rock. And I think she's decided to hit that red, that second shot. And if she could get a roll to the center line,
That would be nice.
That would be pretty nice.
Just don't leave it out there in the open.
Yeah, so she doesn't want the nose. She's trying to hit and roll in anywhere in the paint, I think, because there's two yellow guards. So I think
We've got our first fan over here, Dork, is sitting here nervously rocking back and forth. Not sure what that means.
I think they need to stay on it. Oh no.
Nope,
to get
they
the
want to
roll.
make sure and get the roll. They've
Oh,
got the
there you
roll.
go.
That's yikes. Well,
Did it come out the other side?
it did come out the other side.
It looks from this guard, you can only see an inch or two of it.
Can only see an inch or two of it, but if they hit on the outside
On the
yellow,
outside and flop
it
over.
could either do a double or flop over.
Yeah. All right. Well,
Okay.
She tried the tap on her own
And it didn't work.
over-curled.
Over curled.
She tapped on one in front of the shot rock and rolled the shooter. So I think.
The question is,
That you know what? I think
I'm
the
not-
nose hit on the yellow will not get her
not
shot.
get shot.
I don't think
No. So how does she get shot?
I think she's got to play the double. Either that cold
Wow.
draw.
You know,
either
she
a
did
cold
take.
draw,
She did. It's got to be a cold draw. She did take away the
But-
hit and roll.
But if you see that there's a red guard way out on the other side of the hog line, can you play? I guess you'd have to play an out turn cold draw.
Wow.
and rub, maybe even an in off, like rub the yellow, perhaps. But I think if you hit that yellow, you're not going to be shot.
No, you're not going to be shot. The other yellow. Now, can she spill both? I don't think so.
No, not because of that front guard.
No. Mm-mm.
What? I think she's calling the cold draw, but she's coming the other turn. I'm confused.
I am
with
too.
this call.
They're still looking at it. This is the last rock on sheet C.
And this is for the championship.
For the
I think they're tied over there, aren't they?
second event, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, now back to our feature sheet.
Here comes the first skip rock for Hall.
Big
she
weight.
threw big weight.
Big weight.
She slipped and went down on them. They're holding it. It's
They
gonna
are
come
holding
by.
it. Came back.
It's mine. What's it going to do? Oh, my goodness.
Oh.
Second shot in
Second
the four.
shot in the 4-foot,
The sweep-
open.
The sweepers had played a big part in that rock. That
Yeah,
shot.
yeah.
It looked, she was a tad inside, but they swept it hard all the way. Okay,
I'm
now we can look back at sheet C.
Still thinking.
Ethan?
Now she's looking at the draw.
Can you put an overhead camera by pushing up on top there, Ethan? Can you give us an overhead of sheet C?
Since this is really an exciting list. Yeah,
I think if we can get that, we're going to see what we can do.
yeah, that'd be great. Okay, it looks like it's going to be a take on our feature sheet. And of course, she'd love to have a hit and roll behind cover. So very exciting shots coming here on B and C. We'll try and keep you up to date here.
Yeah, I don't. Did we get it on? All right. Well, sheet C, the final skip rock is coming, and I think.
Okay,
there
but
it
now
is.
we're getting.
Yeah, we got it on our screen.
Great, but now we've got on our featured sheet going for the take, and they're not asking for any sweep. So she's going to try and get.
She's got the red.
She's got it. I don't think she's going to get any roll.
No. Nose hit.
Nose hit.
All right,
Okay.
So there's one red rock to come in our feature game, and we just switched our broadcast to show you the setup in the house for the final stone for the second event final. Red has hammer, so this is Diane Damasi. And
It looks like
a cold draw.
It looks like a cold draw or a tick
Or
off.
a tick off.
Just
Maybe a tick
you know,
off.
but that seems to be.
But again, a tick off. There's a lot of red on the other side. That yellow, might not move far enough. with
Now,
a
I
tick
just
off.
have to comment. We just saw one of the sweepers go over and hug her skip, who's in the house, in this pressure shot.
Yeah.
Not sure I'd see that in a men's game.
No.
But
Yeah,
that's the difference.
That's the difference. You get,
How to deal with pressure.
Yeah,
Let's give a hug.
Ethan, you just turned it off. We want to watch that shot. Put it back on that shot.
Okay, B shot coming down,
All right.
and it's looking a little. Is it going to come back? Is it going to come back?
It's going to miss the guard.
It's going.
But it's going to. Oh my
It
goodness.
goes
through the
right
hole.
through the hole.
3 yellow.
Wow.
3 yellow.
3
On
yellow.
sheet B. And that is,
That gives a
Lisa.
big finish. Okay, now back to sheet C.
Yeah.
They are yelling for the sweep.
And she's got to draw full. At least half of the 4.
And it looks like it's curling a lot.
Looks like it's over curling.
Over curling, a little light. Not going to make it. Oh. Wow.
That was a great
Great
try.
game on sheet C as well.
You can't ask for anything better than be tied up coming home.
No, and I have to say that great strategy on the part of Cape Cod Shave team in playing that end beautifully.
Yeah, so yellow stole the win
Yes.
on sheet C. So
Yeah.
that's Kate Codd, Shay, Austin Leary.
Austin Leary,
with the win.
okay. Over
With-
the win, over Diane DeMasa's team.
Yeah.
Playing with Jeannie Yaroche, Leslie, can you read your
LeBlanc,
writing?
Yeah, Leslie LeBlanc and Alexandra Brandt
Okay,
are the winners of
good
the
win,
second event.
good
Yeah.
win. Well, we just saw a big miss, unfortunately, by the skip for Christina Hall. Big miss.
All right, so we got lead.
So we've got a big lead now by our Ardsley team,
Yeah, 10-6.
10 to 6,
Four-
and it
four-point
all just changed on that one stone.
Yeah. It's funny how things can be going so smooth
Oh
for
man,
you, and just one
Boom.
end or one stone.
and that's it. So, Lisa is calling for through the house.
Yeah.
Wrong handle.
And she's going to get that.
Yeah.
A lot of stones in play over on sheet A.
Have they put up the sixth end?
They did. There was a steal of 1 by yellow in the 6th end. So that is now 5-2 Rochester, Jennifer Hill over Plainfield, Adrian Adams.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Isn't it? Oh, over on A. Yeah.
A.
Yeah.
So now we're going to see how Schenectady can hold it together,
Up, you guys, up.
come back,
Put it in the house.
Well,
Okay. All right, go now.
see if they've got a big comeback in them.
I know Ardsley must be feeling comfortable right now.
Pretty
with
comfortable.
a 4-point
Pretty comfortable.
4-point lead.
Yep. Now the skip's coming down to talk to her team.
Really needed them. Nice job.
Little conference.
Yeah. What?
Talking about what they want to do for the strategy.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm sure we've both been on both ends of these.
Yes.
When you,
What
you,
to do.
Yeah, you get deflated. You know, you curl a really good game.
Yes.
You make really good shots. and you're right in it,
Absolutely.
and then one end goes
Goes-
awry.
And at the end, when it's right there. Okay, so they've elected to peel the guard.
Whoa.
Unfortunately,
Nothing.
I've seen this a lot, and that is that women don't practice peels enough.
Yeah.
And-
there's a flash.
And there was a flash.
Yeah.
I wish we did. I wish we did. We don't.
I curled a game a month or so ago in the league, and I curled absolutely terrible. And I missed rock after rock as skip,
Yes?
and we were 4 down coming home, and we counted 4. But I had hammer.
Okay.
But then it lost on the extra end.
Lost in the extra
But it
end.
made it exciting.
Yes. Okay. So
Made it
we all know it's doable.
Yeah, you can do it. You can build an end. Right now, she's
Yeah.
Hall's got everything going for her. She's got her 2 corner guards.
Yeah.
So this a four-ender with hammer is not out of the question.
There is a lot of curl on this, as we're seeing. So they're going to get a promote into the house on the front guard.
Yeah.
Not all bad.
Yeah.
Right up to the tee.
So this is a textbook
Yeah.
start here. We got 2 corner guards with one just about tee line, biting the 4.
Okay, so we are playing the numbers now on the part of Ardsley, and that is get the red out.
Yeah. Don't flash.
No flashes. No more flashes. think this is going to work. We're going to get something here. Okay, we're going to get shot rock
Yep.
and out of the house as well, which
Yep.
is not all bad.
That
We like
works.
that.
Yeah. Either one. That's one of those
Yep.
either or.
Yep.
And that's what a couple ends ago I was saying. You know, you want to get something.
Yep,
You just don't want to throw it wide or give too much ice. Play the ice tight,
yep,
and you'll either take the front guard off or get the shot rock. So
yep. So the call is to try and come around again. Behind cover. Build a house.
she called sweeping
Called sweep.
immediately. And this, we're seeing a lot more swing here. The pebble must be getting flat.
Yeah, yeah. Calling for hard.
She's going to
Hard
get
sweep.
another raise.
She is going to get a raise, not
Whether it's
behind
gonna
cover.
reach the house or not, I don't know. The angle wasn't
Didn't work.
right.
Didn't work. Needed a little more, a little less sweep. Okay, and again,
Calling
remove red rocks.
Yeah, Lisa's calling to clear the front.
Clear the front.
Those are the rocks that'll hurt you.
Yep.
She also wants to spill the shot. Oh my.
A lot of emphasis on sweep.
Yes, yes.
I'm afraid this might be a miss.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Might be a few nerves.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah, I think
sometimes
so.
it is so hard when you've got that big lead
It is. It is.
to keep that focus.
Sometimes I've had more butterflies on a lead, trying to protect the
Protecting a
lead.
lead.
I don't know what it is. It's
a
some
psychological
There you go.
Problem.
And I seem to be calmer and more focused if I'm down trying
Yes.
to struggle back.
Yeah.
Whereas if I have a lead, I seem to be more nervous.
Yes.
And, it's
And
something.
it's been proven by on a lot of teams.
Yeah.
Okay, a lot of concentration here.
Yeah.
Making sure.
Trying to come around.
Come around
Yeah,
behind
through the hole. there.
through the hole there. The right weight. Calling for a sweep now.
Looks like it's got plenty of weight.
Plenty
doesn't
of weight.
it?
I think it's going to wreck on
Are they
front
trying-
guard.
Was she trying to raise?
Well, she's going to get one in.
Yes, she is. There's one.
That's not a bad biter.
There's
that's
one.
a nice one on the 12-foot.
Yeah.
And so,
Lisa's calling to clear the front.
Yep.
She's sticking with her strategy.
yep, clear the front.
That biter isn't going to hurt her, but those
No.
guards might. But that biter only represents one of three
Needed.
that could hurt her.
For, yeah, 4. So, oh my. I hope they didn't flash this
She's going to
again.
flash on the opposite side.
Now we're going to, again, another flash. This is now 3
Yeah,
flashes trying to take by yellow.
yeah.
And again, I just have to say, we've all been there, done that.
Yeah. Time to hide one in the top 4.
Yep.
Top 8. There you go. You know, one more. Was she's down 4? Yeah. So she needs 2 more in the house to make her hammer effective.
Right.
For the tie. She was on the broom.
Oh, but you know what? This ice, it's
Yeah.
a lot of curl on this ice. And here it comes. Might be a promote. Little light.
Yeah, it's a little
See
bit
if they
light.
can get a promote.
Boy, she needs this in the house in the worst way.
And she got it.
She got it in the house. That's
All
what she
right.
needed. There's two
Woo.
of 4, a potential 4.
That was a tough way to do it, but she did it and
Yeah.
called it well.
It looks like the ice is just you know, once that pebble wears.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
and again, these are young skips.
They're not adjusting
Yeah, you
quite
have
yet
as
to
the game
understand.
progresses, you need to adjust as that pebble wears.
Absolutely.
Because that's 2 rocks in a row.
Oh, yeah.
With almost the same ice that wrecked. You know.
Well, and we actually saw that in the 6 end as well.
Yeah.
So they should have learned from that.
Yeah, and that's all one of the facets of, you know, the game of curling is all the nuances that.
Another nuance is the fact that both sheet C and D are gone now. So that affects
The temperature
of the ice.
Could be changing out there.
Can change. And they need to make a little adjustment for that. Okay, she's calling for a come around.
I'm surprised at this come around. I guess I thought she'd just keep clearing.
Clearing, yeah. Now she's calling for. The good news is that she was. Oh no.
She's going
This
to
is
raise
not
one of
good.
their opposition in.
Oh boy. Oh.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
There's 3 of a potential 4 needed to tie this game.
In the house.
And Red still has 2 rocks to come.
Yeah.
It's just this flat ice, and
yeah.
the skips haven't. Neither skip has adjusted because they both just wrecked on the front when they both wanted to come around.
Yeah. And this one she threw wider. I mean, she did. She adjusted the ice, but it's still.
She's made a huge move there.
Huge cut. Huge cut.
Yeah. What do we got?
Oh, okay. So we have a score on sheet I'm sorry. And that is that Red scored 1 in the 7th. So the score is now, if people will move out of the way.
Yeah.
Okay, 5-3, and it's still yellow, Jennifer Hill, Rochester over Plainfield, Adrian Adams. But they did make it a little closer, so we'll see what that happens.
I'm not sure the call here.
They're not sure either.
She's not giving ice for the come around unless she was playing another long, sweepy tap.
Oh, she forgot her delivery device.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so what do we think the call is? I think it's a promote. Because that's not a come around with that. Remember the flat ice?
Yeah, but wouldn't you come the other turn to promote or even draw around and split?
Yeah.
You know, those 2 on the right-hand side.
Yeah.
You know, there's plenty of room to come around that high red rock and either draw right into the 4 or even if it stays out, you get a split.
Plus that shot rock is open.
Yeah. And with this rock, she's
I'm not
planning
sure I understand this strategy.
to cross the face. Although, look at the turn. Is she giving her the out turn to draw to this open side? I'm not sure the
confused.
call. I'm confused. I just.
Your announcers are confused.
Yeah. I think the call is to go on the other side around the rocks that she has there.
I guess.
That's what they're there for. Use their center guards. And maybe she feels if she can draw the opponent away from those and leave something in the open and trade shots for the tie.
No, she's trying to come around.
Oh, she's way wide of the broom. They better get it. Better make sure it's in the house.
It's in the house, but it's way open.
That is a nice shot.
A nice shot, but it did leave.
It's open. Yeah.
It did leave a way for the skip to
hit and roll.
Yeah. Behind cover.
Yeah. Yeah. She was a little wide of the broom. Remember that 6th end or the 4th end? She was wide on 2 in the same place.
Okay, but she has it looks like Lisa has well, no, they're thinking about it.
Yeah.
She's trying to think about
the championship's on the line here.
Yeah, which one to try and take. I think she needs to do the hit and roll.
They're both open. They're both open. And either one, she could hit and roll off this or that one and still accomplish.
But I think the hit and roll on the front one could end up with giving the skip the possibility of
Drawn for 3.
yes.
Depending if she gets the roll or not. A lot of thought going into this.
Yeah, yeah. A lot of pacing back and forth by the other skip and her third.
And I'm sure there's a lot of people back here pacing.
Yes.
She's calling that high one.
She is calling the high one.
You know what? And I'm good with this.
I am too. She's got to play the numbers.
This side has changed so much. It swings.
Yep.
You know, if you're just inside or a little light, it's going to swing like crazy, as we just saw.
Yep.
And if you're a little out, it's going to hang. I think that side and that shot, I think, is more predictable. Wouldn't you think, Ann? Or is that just
I
me?
agree. I agree. And it certainly is the skip's call in terms of what she's most comfortable with throwing.
Yeah.
So she's got nice tight ice on this hit.
Yeah.
And if she can get a little roll on that.
A nose hit should be second shot.
True. So she's got the nose hit for second shot or a hit and roll with a little protection.
You know,
so here it comes.
If she drifts out, she can hit the out right side red, roll in.
They're calling sweep. Now up. Looks like she's going to get a nose hit. No roll. No roll? Okay. Looks like she's second shot.
1, 2, 3, yeah.
Okay, now they have to hit and stick for the tie.
Hit and stick for the tie. It's pretty cut and dried right now. There shouldn't be any debate over this, other than which way to come.
Well, I think, wouldn't she come the way you just saw?
I think so.
Yeah.
But she's not.
She's going to come the other way.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wouldn't.
I wouldn't either. I would do what I just saw happen.
Yeah, you just saw. You could go to school. That's what we called it. You go to school
on the last shot.
On the last shot or your opposition shot. Just duplicate
Do it. Duplicate it.
I wonder if she has a personal preference of turn.
Could be.
Maybe she knows she might push that out turn out. You know.
It could be. You know, the skip's got to be comfortable.
Got to do
what she does best.
Yes.
But my preference.
Follow them down.
Follow them down.
Follow them down.
I know what that piece of ice is going to do.
You want to come that way?
Okay, she's now rethinking it.
I think her front end
is saying, "Hey."
Yeah. No, that's a little too much. That's a lot more. I wonder if they were watching the ice, because did she not have very narrow?
Yeah.
Yeah, she only had an inch of ice, and now her vise is giving her 6 inches.
Okay. Well, maybe she's coming with lighter weight.
There, she just narrowed it up.
Okay.
So they're hearing us out there.
Have they got they're listening to the announcers?
All right, here goes. This
is
for the tie and the championship.
The potential. Or the championship.
Yeah. Oh, she narrowed it again.
Narrowed it more.
She put it right on the rock, on the edge of the rock.
On the edge of the rock.
And that's about where it needs to be.
I think so.
Tighter. No.
Can't do anything if it's wide, but they can sweep if it needs it.
That's right.
Thinking.
She's thinking about it. Take a deep breath.
Taking a deep breath, getting in the hack, doing her ritual.
Zone. Yeah, you got to zone
Get in the
everything
zone.
out. She's very hesitant here. This is doesn't bode well. I think when there's so much hesitancy and uncertainty.
Or it's her drill, and she's here. She comes.
She needs a nose hit.
Oh, they're sweeping. Now they're up. Oh, I think it's on the red. Is it coming back? Oh my. Okay. One yellow.
One yellow.
So
that's
you were right about the hesitancy.
Yeah.
I think that was.
Yeah, she talked herself
out of the shot. Yeah. We've all been there, done that too.
Yes.
Okay.
What a great game.
It was a great game.
Even though, there was a four-point split, the 4 points were in the house.
Oh my gosh, it came down to last rock. Even
rock.
at that.
Yeah.
Okay, so do we have a game here on sheet A? Looks like it.
Yellow Second shot.
Okay, so that would mean that in the first event, Ardsley comes up the winner, Lisa Furman, Karen Lucky, Taylor Block, and our
Evelis?
You've got to pronounce the last
Either
name. You
Evelis
wrote
or
it.
Horglis. Let me take my glasses off. Hornios?
Okay, our little mother, our 5-man team, has won the first event.
Horniak.
Okay.
There, I got it right. I just couldn't read my own writing. Yeah.
Okay, we're trying to see what's happening over on sheet A.
Yeah.
And it looks like there was a lot of clearing of the red. And now sheet A, sitting 2 at least. I can't see for all the curlers. Yeah, sitting 2.
Well, we'll get these guys. They're heading to the locker room. We'll
Yeah.
be able
A lot of discussion. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it is still not over. So lots of clapping for a well-played game.
Very, very good game.
Exciting game.
Very good. There's nobody.
First event.
They should everybody hold their heads up after a game
Absolutely.
like that.
They
No shame
came
there.
down to last rock. Okay, there's still game on.
Yeah, on sheet
A third event.
Yeah, red. Adrian is throwing against 2 that are in the 4-foot. Yep, that's the A game.
Oh,
A. So what's our score down there? It's very 5-3, and yellow has hammer, so red's trying to steal on sheet A.
Yes.
Red's throwing now, and there's a yellow pocket there, but I don't.
Yep.
She's going to try to raise one straight back, promote hers back into the pocket.
Are they trying to come around?
Looks like they're coming around. They're sweeping hard for the come around. You know, a split
Has she
would,
done it?
A
Split might
would,
not be okay, bad too either. Okay,
Oh,
she did
just- she
promote a
didn't
little
have the
bit,
weight.
but not
Still too
too
yellow.
little light. A little
Yeah.
light. They're not out of it though.
Yep, still 1 rock to go.
A little tough to do though.
Yeah.
Yeah. A nice guard by Rochester will
Seal this one, I think.
seal
yeah.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, there wouldn't be much that she could do if she lays a center line guard.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one there was, she needed to err on the heavy side.
She did.
She
She
had
had
lots
backing.
of backing. She could have played hack weight and pretty much drove those 2 back
Yes.
and lost both those yellows.
Yeah. Again, that's what do you want to err on the side of this time?
Yeah. On this one, you want to err light. You want to anywhere in the center line over the hog.
Right.
Because that that double raise is potentially there for the
True.
double if you can throw enough weight and hit it.
Yeah.
Because they're looks like they're lined up.
The rock's coming down.
No
No
sweeping.
sweep.
Yeah.
Now sweep.
Yeah.
Now up.
Yeah. They just want to bring it to the center line, take away that promote, that double promote.
And
They
it's,
might want to.
oh, it's coming around. Well,
They might want to sweep so it finishes
yeah,
a little
I
harder.
would. Well, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I think that pretty much. We don't have an angle here for you viewers. We're over on the side looking sideways, so we can't see the angles. But
Adrian's looking at trying to figure out how to drive her 2 stones back onto the shot rocks and out count.
And get 2. 7.
She has to come on the out turn now.
Is there? I wonder if there's a hole there.
She's looking for it.
I might take my headphones off and go over
And go over
see
and
if-
look?
I want to see if there's a hole.
All right. Greg's walking over. Okay, she's the third has put the broom down on center. She does believe there's a hole there to drive her 2 red back onto the 2 yellows. Got a report coming, and the shot's away.
Yeah,
A lot of weight.
The hole is very, very tight.
They're calling for sweep.
She's got to just come as close as you can believe to the center line guard. Oh, what a try.
What a nice try.
What a try. That's what I'm
Nice
saying.
try.
The way it was lined up, you couldn't hardly, if
If you got by, you
you
couldn't
got
make
by,
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
She had to hit that front red right of center.
Yeah.
And if you got by the center line guard, then you couldn't hit it right of center. She almost had to play the other turn and hoped it curled an inch after it came by.
Okay.
You know, the
Yeah,
hole
yeah.
was the same width either way, but
Uh-huh. So
shake hands. What's the matter?
They are shaking. Okay.
Yeah.
Hill had to decide whether or not she wanted to throw her last rock, and there's
Yeah.
no point.
Yeah. Boy, that
So-
look at those 2 rocks there. There's one biting the button, and
I'm not even sure who shot. Is
Yeah.
Yellow shot?
I think yellow.
I think yellow is
I
shot.
think yellow is. Yeah.
Shot 1,
Yeah.
but
That was a very, very valiant effort.
very good.
Yeah.
Good try by Adrian there.
Yeah. I think the way, just not mathematically, but geometrically, I think she had to throw the other turn
In order to make
in
that
order
shot.
to make that shot, because it was so tight, and she did she put
did
the
what
rock,
she wanted to
yeah,
do.
she did exactly what she wanted to do, but in order to make that double, you had to hit the front red just right of center, and that was impossible coming with that turn.
Yeah. But again, another exciting finish.
Yeah, very, very good. So that's the
Sheet A, third event.
so the yellow was
So that's Jennifer Hill, Lynn Lafort, Julie Tim, and Erica Schubert for Rochester over Plainfield Banshee.
yeah, very good curling. All the finals, good curling by all the ladies. Yeah, well, we want to thank everyone for joining us for this broadcast. And we've seen some spectacular curling this weekend. And a lot of the replays, I think, are on the web. And we want to welcome anybody that wants to come back or visit the Potomac Curling Club in the future. We have bonspiels going here throughout the year. We have one coming up.
Our premier event, the Cherry Blossom.
The Cherry Blossom Bonspiel. There's always a lot of fun here. So thank you to all our viewers, and we will sign off, and good curling to everyone.
Good curling. Take care, everybody.